Good morning. How we doing? We've got a Scott, a Decker, Honor First, Bill Robertson, Kitsuna, hello, Teague, hello, Adric, Volpera. How we doing today? We have a very exciting stream today, one that I am super pumped about, and that is because we are painting up Dominion. We got an early preview copy of Dominion from Games Workshop, so thank you, Games Workshop, for the chance to check out these amazing miniatures. So our box arrived on Friday, and we've been building this weekend. So before we get started, I am going to be working on this guy today. This is the Murknob with Belcha-Banna. Sorry, I'm hearing something. But this is the guy we're going to be starting with today. The plan for the week is to keep working on characters. Hey, Avian, how are you? So that's what I've got today. Do you guys want to see the other Kruleboyz we've put together? So this guy is primed with the Zenithal highlight, so he's ready for painting. The other one we'll really be working on is this one. This boy is headed to Patreon. So for our patrons, I am going to do a full recording for this guy here. We'll be working on the beast. We'll be working on him. I'm very excited. He's a big boy. The shield is still separate, so if you guys are looking for that, I've still got it. So that is our other big project with this box. So if you guys want to check that out, exclamation Patreon. But we will be doing a full step-by-step process for him. Scott is here fixing our cameras a little bit. Oh, okay. So we got him. We also got, I know, I'm very excited for this guy. We've got our Killaboss with a little stab grot. Our little Dark Souls grot. So they are together. They look sick. I've actually left this arm so that I can put his shield on also. So we've got him to work on. And then the other one I know you guys are excited for. We have our Swamp Kala Shaman. And our little pot grot, who is adorable. He's stirring up some trouble there. So there is the full shaman there. Really cool on the back. Really cool details. Kind of like Indominus where we got the little base rocks. These have little like cattails for the swamp. And I thought they were really cool. I don't think I really noticed it until they were here. But they all have the little cattails.
Stormcast have them too.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So they're like,
so
actually fighting in the...
Themed,
Yeah, so there's a little pot grot. And then I didn't quite get to the infantry, but I did work on these guys. These are the, oh goodness, I think the Man Skewer. Let me get the full name here for you guys. Man Skewer Bolt Boys. Look how badass these are. I love them. So we'll probably work on these closer to the end of the week. And then I have all of the infantry battle line type units to still build. That's as far as I could get since Friday when it came in. So that's what I've got. Scott did start building some of the Stormcast for me. We gotta start with the big one, right? Wanna start with the big one? Hey Sage, welcome in. Look at this lovely. Let me get all the names so I've got them all correct here, because that's important. Is it Indrasta? The Celestial Spear. Look how big. Hey Rubix, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, she's let me get the other big one here so you guys can see size-wise. These are some large miniatures. But look how lovely. I love these wings. Put it next to our banner bearer here. She's a large, lovely model. It's impressive they're doing push fits that large, yeah. They're not messing around with this box, no. Everything in the box has been gorgeous. So that's her. And then, again, let me get the name so I don't goof these up. This is the Knight Vexilor with the Banner of Apotheosis. A very large banner. But badass. It's another big banner for the Stormcast here. Flaggy McStormcast, that's his name. Absolutely. So another cool model there. I'm going all out of order. Okay, let me make sure I got the right one here. we've got the... Okay, his little friend. Let's see, Lord Imperatant. Looks badass with his hammer. More little cattails there in the base, like Scott mentioned. There's the full model there. And little Greyhound. He's even got a tactical rock. So there's those. Best doggo, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna flip that aside. The, what else we got? Knight Arcanum. How lovely. Got a sculpted base with this one. Really nice model. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Alright, what else have we got? We've got a few more that we've built. Oh, let's go to a unit here. We've got the Annihilators, our big beefy boys with the shields. Those are cool. You know, I wasn't really sold on these initially, but seeing them in person, I like them a lot more. I don't know. I think I'm just getting used to the new proportions on them. Seeing them in person, I like them a lot more. They're thick, yep. They're thick. This is meant to be a starter set and more like Indominus. Yeah, like Indominus. It is, all of these, they did say, will be available separately later. The box itself is kind of as supplies last. But these will be available separately, so if you like these models, they will be coming out. More of the cattails there. Really cool. And then, it looks like I've got one more. I think this is one of the Praetors. I didn't grab the card for them, because I thought it was a character. But we got Axe Boy. Super cool. So this, I believe, is a unit of 3. To double check. It's super cool. But that's what we've got. What do you guys think of everything so far? They were really nice to build. They were really quick to build. I was building while I was watching E3 stuff. But they are lovely. But this will be the one we are working on today. What kind of Space Marine are these? Fantasy ones. Fantasy ones. And I think we're going to start right in on skin tones. So we did not get the new paints. There are going to be new paints available with all of the new stuff. So if you guys are looking to pick up some paints for the new Kruleboyz, that'll be available. Today we're gonna make our own. So I think I'm gonna take the regular kind of orc workup and add in some yellow. I think is the plan. We'll see where we get with that. We've got Log Flesh, Warboss, Scarsnick, and then we'll add some yellow. But let's start base coating. What are you guys? Okay, first, who is looking to get Dominion? Who's gonna be picking up the box? It is it's a packed box. We open it up and it is full to the brim. There's so much stuff in it. To the brim. You will be Bill. Love it. If you guys need a place to order this, remember that here in the States we are partnered with Ministomp at ministomp.com. We are also an Element Games affiliate, !Element. That link comes back to support the stream. There's also a code for extra of their store credit. So make sure you use that, get that store credit. Thank you, mods. Hey, big bearded nerd. I mean, I want it, but should I? I mean... You want 2 Volpera? I mean, if you're making a new army, it would be a good way to get started if you're able to get them. Alright, so we're gonna start right in with our Log Flesh. Hard you figure out the name. All the commands, thank you. The details in these on bonkers, yes, they are. It was one of those where I'd seen all the previews, I knew what all the models were, but actually putting them together and getting to see all of it was kind of nuts. There's so much on them. So much on them. I want to customize the Shaman leader, make Shaman on the Beast Dude just cuz. I really love I would say the Orc characters, or I'm sorry, the Kruleboy characters are my favorite. And that's why we're Starting right in. I'm not a huge Stormcast person. I was kind of talking to Scott before this, like, I kind of want to find, like, a darker scheme for them. Kind of like we've talked about, to match the darker lore. So we'll see what we find here. But man, these Kruleboyz, they're super cool. I think if I can find the right color scheme, I'm gonna really, really, really love those Stormcasts, because the new proportions look really good on them. It's just finding that color scheme. I have the same kind of thing with Custodes, where it's like, the more unique color schemes speak to me a little bit more. So I think I will do the same with the Stormcast. If that makes sense. You hear black and gold look good? Scott, get out. Get out. You still have to mod for me, but get out. Avian says, Nikki, tell me the proportions are bad. I don't need an Age of Sigmar army, please. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I can't do that. Oh, yeah. If you guys want... Scott got one of his older Stormcast out. If you guys want an idea of how the proportions are different, since we're talking about it. Here's old Stormcast. Here's new Stormcast. So there it is against one of the Annihilators. Let's go with our characters here. There's the character up against them. Annihilators, roll out! Aw, Luton, thank you so much. How are you? I'm so excited for today. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hey Mad Goat, how are you? Hulk, hello, how we doing? So, if that gives you a better idea, here's another Praetor dude. But yeah, there's a little bit of a scale for you guys to see. I can't hear you. Doesn't look too different? Yeah. I like the left-handed pose. Lefties rise up. There you go. There you go. But yeah, if there's anything else that you guys want to see, let us know. Like I said, we haven't built the entire box yet. We didn't quite get to the infantry. But if there's anything you guys would like to see, the only thing that I don't want to share rules, but I know that other YouTube channels, ones that do battle reports and things like that, have. So if you guys want to check that out, there are a whole bunch of other content creators more focused on that. We're focusing on the painting. But the book is gorgeous, I can say that. Having all the War Scroll cards is awesome. Trying to think if there's any other kind of first impressions from getting our box. But yeah, these minis are lovely. And we will be working on them all week. So if you guys have any questions or want to see something, just let me know. And I will do my best to do that. There is an infant tree. Yes. Yes, yes. Can't forget the infant tree. Any non-mini gubbins in the box? I don't think so. Mm-mm. Not with this one. No scatter terrain or anything like that. I think they decided to include the larger minis instead, which is awesome. I think the fact that you get 2 miniatures of that size in this box is insane. I think they went that route instead. Glad they did. Yeah, she does have a tree. So she's got her base and kind of the everything back here for her. So that would be the closest thing in the box, yeah. Hulk says, I can't do any 3D printing today. It's raining. I can't let the mini in the sun because there is no sun. I'm sorry. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Factory diving in, painting them with gusto is good enough. That's an excellent endorsement. These are... I'm so excited, you guys. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I am so glad we get to share this together. Yeah, this is a hobby dream of mine, and I'm so excited to start in with these. So thank you. Oh, Sarah, and hello. How are you today? Welcome on in. Her base is super cool, yeah. Hope tomorrow for the sun, yeah. Hopefully tomorrow. Don't wanna go without 3D printing for too long. Hey Mask, welcome in. My favorite mini from the box, I actually really love the guy that we're starting with here. All the Kruleboyz characters make that really hard. Because I really love our Murknob. I really love the Shaman. But man, like, this guy's so badass. Like, how do I not say him? I think I'm just gonna go Kruleboyz characters are my favorite. What about you? Which are you excited to get started on? Hey Jeltip, welcome in. How are you today? Oh, no sun for you either? Gaston Corgi, welcome in. How are you? Oh, Adric going with the pot grot. Hey, Knick-Knack. Welcome on in. How are you today? We're diving in. What you up to today? We're diving in. We went straight for the characters, because that's how I roll. We'll get the units a little bit later. Get another base coat here on his face. Again, I'm just doing Wog Flesh. So I'll say it again. Thank you again, Games Workshop, so much for sending us a preview copy. I am so excited to be diving in right now. If you guys need to pre-order Dominion, definitely if you're in the States, make sure to check out our friend Landmine at ministomp.com. Or if you're one of our Europe friends, check out Element Games. We are an Element Games affiliate. Okay, we'll let that dry a little bit. I'm also excited. I picked up a new metallic to try. I picked up the Iron Warriors. I've not tried it yet, and I think it would be perfect for these guys. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Let me give it a good shake. Yes, that's my favorite miniature, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I thought on something for another day, maybe some new art in the book, yeah. There was actually an army that we had not seen, and it's beautiful. And if I can find it maybe a little bit later, we can go through that. Shaman has such Gul'dan vibes, and I love it, yeah. Let's see this Swamp Raker thing they mentioned now. Swamp Raker. I don't think I heard about that. The man with the stinky flag. Let's see, masses. Any of the orcs? I can't wait to get started on them. Yes. You're planning with going more yellowish skin for the grots? I think so. I think, kind of like we're doing our skin tone here. We'll figure out something for the grots. I think that'll work out pretty well. Send the rain to me. Arizona's 111 today. 117 tomorrow? What? I'm sorry, what? Is that, like, I'm having a hard time processing that because our summer gets, like, really bad July, August. And we're in June? Is that normal for this time of year? Or this early in summer, I guess? Iron Warriors are lush. Is lush, sorry. Yeah, this is a very pretty color. I'm impressed with this. I'm getting his armor at the moment. We'll also do his sword in it. This looks really nice to like work up from. Let's see, where else have we got this? We get the sword we just mentioned. Or hatchet? I don't know what this would be. What does it say it is? Cleaver. Murknob Cleaver. Let's see, if you've decided to go through a local store, they're already placing pre-orders with the reps, so get your name. Yes, if you guys want Dominion, make sure you get to your store very, very soon to make sure you get your copy. The Death Army. Yep, that's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, Stormgrad, how are ya? Thank you so much. What you up to today? We are starting right in on our Kruleboyz characters. Go outside and blow the rain north. Not quite getting here, so we don't have it. We haven't had it for a little bit now. You'll have to ask someone else, Avian, sorry. We took it all, and then it left. I think it went over to Lando and them. That's normal, we went 120. That's so gross. Alright, we've actually got a bunch on the banner also. Let's go ahead and fill that in. For anyone newer, I tend to do a lot of base coating all at once instead of working on specific sections. That way everything can dry while we're talking. And I'll hop around a bunch. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to show what I'm working on. But this is just Iron Warriors as the one of the base coats that they have. It's a lovely color. I could see using this one a lot more, for sure. Hey Delphinius, how are you? Hey Raven Lord, welcome into. How are you today? More like cool boys, that's right. That's absolutely right. They are super cool. What you up to today? Yeah, this is Iron Warriors. I'm thinning it with a little bit of water and it is going on super smooth. I think I found a new go-to paint here. Thank you, chat, for recommending it the other day. I feel like some of the colors are really close, so I just haven't picked them up. This one's a pretty noticeable difference. So I'm glad I have it now. You're shooting for a good tabletop with these to get through the week. Maybe circle back around for more for later. Yeah, so I'm going kind of between my high and tabletop for these guys. For our Patreon one, which again, if you guys are interested, I will be painting our Killer Boss on Nash Tooth for Patreon. He will be high to display standard. We're gonna go a little harder on him. But I'm going to start recording him either later today or tomorrow. So again, if you'd like to follow along with him, !Patreon. It'll be full video, full process. So it'll be him, it'll be the base, it'll be everything. So if you guys want to follow that, !Patreon. These guys, yeah, we'll go for a nice tabletop to high to make sure that they are done in time. But that guy there I'm very excited for. We get to work on his critter, we get to work on him. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna throw that link in chat in case you guys are interested. Let's see, I'm hurriedly trying to paint some Caradron. Can take from Warhammer World, so they're gonna be on display for a while. Nice. It's awesome. Expect double-wide cabinet to fill, so you need to add a few more bits. There you go. What a perfect reason to get some more stuff. What a perfect reason. Upping the metallic game in recent times? Yeah, I meant to pick up the new Necron one, and I forgot. The, it's like Canoptic Alloy or something like that. I did mean to pick that up, and I forgot. Because Son of Horus was using that, and it looked really nice, too. I'm doing alright. Finally finished the 3 Eradicators, so I was sitting at my desk for 2 weeks. Up next is a Heavy Weapon Intercessor and a Gravis Captain. Very nice. I'm glad you got the Eradicators finished. Happy with how they turned out? Who else is doing some hobby today? What have we got on the table? I ended up mostly finishing the Painbringers that we were working on last week. I'll probably do a few more little touch-ups when they are on their bases. But I got those mostly finished. I got the bases started, which is good. Because I am trying to get my Slanesh ready for 3.0. I'm super excited. Trying to get my keeper done in time. The keeper, the painbringers, wranglers. Lando, thank you so much for that sub. For 28 months of support. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. How are you today? On our first, now that the heat is buggered off, I'll do some stuff tonight, hopefully. Yeah, it's, sorry for everyone dealing with that heat. I know Slam was not happy about the heat earlier either when I was talking to him. It's a rough time of year for you guys without the AC. If I had to do that here, ugh. Ugh. Wouldn't live in Texas anymore, that's for sure. That's for sure. Alright. Well, I'm glad I got to try Iron Warriors. That's a lovely paint. Okay. Let's go ahead and start working on his cloak and stuff. He's, just want to get more of him based out. So we can get a good look at him. I'm kidding yourself. I am awesome, Lando. We are getting to work on Dominion today. So we're starting with the Murknob, so sorry. Murknob with Belcha-Banna. And we're going to be working our way through the Kruleboyz characters this week. So thank you everyone for coming to hang out. I really, really appreciate it. Facing the Warhound this morning? Nice. Yeah, you had a cool scheme for them, Luton. They turned out alright. Gravis Armor has too many edges, though. I feel like every time I pick them up, I see a spot I missed highlighting. Yep, they do have a lot. They sure do. Come on, Rhinox, hi. I need you today. Peaked at 29, which is 84. And now had some rain. Oh, good. You got some of the rain. Good, good. Phil says, I'm taking a mental health day off of work. Fairly cool here, so I did some weeding this morning. Nice. Glad you were taking that day. Hope that it helps. They are so important. Locked in your Dominion copy with local games are awesome, Knick-Knack. Glad to hear it. Yeah, if anyone else needs to get your copy, make sure you do it here very soon. So that the retailers have you down. Get all of their stuff figured out. I do like the Stormcast Eternals. The sculpts blow my mind. They're lovely models. I personally am not a huge Stormcast person, just in general, but there's some lovely sculpts. If anyone wants to see some of them, Scott did build the characters similar to how I built the Kruleboyz, so I can get them back out again. But there's some lovely sculpts, yes. I do like their proportions more now that I've seen them in person. I will say that. At first I was like, that's kind of cool. But no, they look pretty good. Hey Joel, welcome in. How are ya? Yes, they are. Let me get a couple more for you. Wasted Mind, welcome in. How are ya? So we will be working on them all through this week. You're teaching minor league to mow the lawn. Put them to work. I know I had to when I was still at home. That became my job. Sniper Bob, hello. How are ya? Show. Okay. Let's do another. It's been about half an hour. Let's do another walkthrough through our minis. Oh, thank you so much for lurking with us. I really appreciate it. So we're starting with our Murknob. I'll do it a little bit quicker than last time. But we also have our Shaman and our Potgrot ready to roll. I'm really excited for this one. I could say that about everything. We've got our Killaboss with little Stab Grot, who is adorable. Oops. I actually did include this arm, so I can do the shield also. The one that we will be working on for Patreon is our Killaboss on Nashtoof. So we'll be working on him and his beastie for Patreon and the base. But then on the Stormcast side, we've got Indrasta. This model is massive, so I've got to move her. I've got to move her a little bit so you can see everything. Super pretty. And then let me grab the characters here. Got our banner. So there are the Stormcast characters and that lovely banner. Be right back. Okay, Sniper Bob. Sounds good. We'll see you in a little bit. Oops. And the back of our banner. And the first unit that we have together are the Annihilators. Look at these chonky boys. I love them. But yeah, seeing them in person, I like them. Sly, hello. Oh, thank you for lurking with us. Hope you're having a good day. New proportions are excellent. They look more dynamic and realistic now. Yeah. Sigmar knows nothing but sadness. You don't like his special boys. Honestly, I think it's just that they're all the same, like, color for, like, the standard workup. I do like them in the more unique schemes, which we might do. What do you think, Gaston Corgi? What do you think? What's everyone's favorite out of what we just showed? What are we excited for? I think you guys can tell what I was most excited for, because we're working on them. What are you guys excited for? Oh, hi Dex, how are you? What you up to today? Oh, come on in. We are getting base coats on our Murknob for Dominion. Getting all of his cloak based in here. I kind of want to go in that red next for the banner, because that'll be fun. Shh, work. Shh. Thank you, Greedy. Thank you for the sub. For 30 months. Can I get some love and hype for Greedy? Thank you, thank you. I hope work's going well. Thank you everyone for the support. Thank you, Greedy, for that sub. For 30 whole months. Thank you. How are you today? Dreadnoughts. So the usual. Which dreadnought you got today, Dex? Which dreadnought? Goodness. Butterfingers today. Let's see, on the box, we've actually got another color here that I may bring over to the back also, just to break this up a little bit. But we'll finish this piece here. Quiet hype. Quiet hype. I'd be excited if GW designed their models around magnets. They can sell them for all I care. So many tiny holds. I do love that they did it for Titanicus. Like, that was really cool. That it's really easy to magnetize those. Get all those different weapon types. Hey Haley, how are you? Welcome in. What you up to today? We are painting up Dominion. Thank you again to Games Workshop for giving us an early preview copy. Really excited to be diving in here. We will be working on Dominion all week this week for stream. Alright, what else have we got? Yeah, let's start getting some of this pretty red in here. Which dreadnought? I legitimately don't even know anymore. I'm staring at a half dozen necro coffin crotches right now. I don't know which goes where anymore. Oh my. Oh my. I am doing great, Haley. We are diving into this box set. I'm very happy. Doing great. Alright, I've got corn red here. We're just going to base all this out. Once we get a few more base coats here, we'll start doing some more of the fancy stuff once this is all dry. Get some layers, get the skin tone worked up. We can go a little bit longer today, so if we're having fun, we're making good progress, I may be streaming a little bit longer today. Hope you guys are ready to hang out. Should be able to do that all this week, so that'll be cool. Sadakin, hello there! How are you today? Aw, it's good to see you. How have you been? We are working on Dominion today. So I need to go back and watch the Scott Patreon video on the mixed mud and crackle basing. Think I'm doing that for the Grimcast. Ooh, that'll be cool. I think color-wise, that makes a lot of sense, Teague. Bring in a little bit of that to the, with all your cool colors. I think that'll be cool. And there you go. If you guys would also like to check out that tutorial, we are on Patreon. Again, our big kill it boss on Nash Tooth is going to be on there. I'm going to be recording the whole thing. So if you guys want to check that out, the link is there in chat. Thank you to all of our patrons for your support, especially through the crazy Black Legion project. Thank you everyone. Really appreciate it. Dominion is or was a local home builder in the area, so whenever I hear it, I have to give a chuckle. There is a Goth construction here that always makes me laugh. The orc boys are down here building things. Goth construction. Good, been distracted with not many projects. What have you been working on? What fun stuff have we got? I've been a little distracted by video games lately. E3 is still going on, and that has my attention this week. I would not trust a house built by Goths. Yep. So that one makes me laugh every time. There's, I think they're building something off one of the highways here nearby. So we drive past it pretty regularly, and it makes me laugh. I've been playing a lot of Magic lately. Very nice. I feel like a lot of people got back into Magic. I've never played it, so I don't know very much about it other than, you know, the super basics. But that's awesome. Sounds like you're enjoying it then, if you've been doing a lot of that. Even though the Black Legion commission is over, you can go back and witness Nikki's slow decline into insanity through the Black Legion blog. Yep, you can watch my descent to chaos in real time. You can watch it in real time. What a treat. What a treat. Let's see, I think I'm definitely going to do a Snakebite Orcs army. There's a real model of Mazrog. Oh, and a White Squig. So I'm sorry, I didn't pull up the actual article, but I did see people talking orcs today. So something about a White Squig I did see, and I saw, I think, one of the boys shown off. Who's excited for 40k orcs? Who's gonna be picking those up? I know there's an avian in the chat. Who else is gonna be picking up some orcs? Sedikin says, summer break is getting started, so I have more free time for the next few months. That's awesome. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do you have any, I know it's still kind of a weird time. Do you have any trips or anything planned for it? Or just lots of Magic and maybe minis? I wonder if online Magic the Gathering plus pandemic will hurt in-person Magic the Gathering in short term. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's probably the same boat as we are, where like we all want to get out to the store and start playing games again. So I feel like it would be very similar. Like, yeah, we can play on like tabletop sim or something, but it's not the same. I feel like a bit of it's the same. What do you guys think? Hey, Lil Mac, how are you? Welcome on in. Can't wait to work on the new squigs. Yes. Yes. How are ya? It's good to see ya. Alright, there's some of our red all based out. Looks like... oh, it goes down under here too. Okay, let's get that. Let's see. Teague saying the pre-release event was pretty busy yesterday. Oh, for Magic. Bill says, I'll buy the book. If there's a cool model, I might get one. Although I didn't get any new orc models with last release, but I did play them a bit. I'm excited for the orc players, and I'm excited for the conversions and kit bashes we know are coming for the orcs. Like, you know they're coming. I'm excited to see what everyone's got planned for them. It's almost like 2 releases for the orcs. The initial release, and then whatever the orc players do with them. Are 2 different things. Alright. Here's that. What else have we got? Slice is back. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. You got some swag early. We sure did. We are painting through Dominion today. So we're going to start with the Kruleboyz characters. So I've got this guy. We'll probably do our little shaman tomorrow. But we've also got our other Killaboss with the little stab garrote. But we're going to be working our way through the smaller characters here on stream. And then for our big one on Nashtoof, he is going to be on Patreon. So if you guys would like to check that out, he's going to be a full video series while we work on him. So it'll be full step-by-step. We'll work on him, his beastie, and then the base also. We're going to be looking at some swampy bases. But that's what we've got. So Dickens is looking forward to it. The best game shop in down is still not running events. Thinking about hopping back into Age of Sigmar with the new rule set. Yeah, I'm very excited for new Age of Sigmar. We've not gotten to play really at all during the pandemic. Just not being able to go to the game store kind of killed it for us. But now that we both have new armies, me with my Slanesh, Scott with his Soul Blight, I'm excited to play some games again. Is there concerns about the Age of Sigmar rules being good or not? I think they're going to be really good. I do know that a lot of the Battle Report people have posted their videos, so if you guys want to check those out, definitely take the time to check those out. Again, our stream's more focused on the painting, so I have not looked through a lot of it. They can speak to the rules and changes much better than I can, because I still need to dive in myself. But if you have other content creators who you watch for rules, I can recommend Hellstorm Mikey, who's been in here a few times, and check out his videos. Go check those out and see if that is up your alley. I think it's gonna be great though. I'm excited for the stuff they're adding with like the new monsters and stuff. That's super up my alley. Slices, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, it's great to see you put your mad skills on the cool new models, but I am jealous. Thank you, Sly. Thank you. Kind of terrified we'll see another Indominus Cursed City situation. So the cool part is, they did mention that these will all be available separately later. So, if you're not able to grab the box, all of these models you can grab later. And that's just kind of how everything's still shaking out at the moment, as far as supplies and things like that. So that is the good part, that if you like these minis and maybe you don't get them the first run, more of them will be available. I'll be honest, Sedekin, I don't watch a whole lot of battle reports. But if you hop on YouTube and search Dominion, They all posted about 6 p.m. our time, so midnight British time. So definitely hop on there and take a look. Hellstorm War Gaming is a friend of ours, if you want to check him out. But they were doing unboxings. Some of them are looking at rules. They've got a mix depending on what they are focusing on. We're just more on the painting side of things. Cool, but still sus. I am very thankful. I will say again, thank you again, Games Workshop, for the preview copy. I am so excited to be painting these. And yeah, if you guys would like to order your own, we are friends with Ministump, !Ministump, if you're here in the States. They're a mail order system for all things Games Workshop. Or Element Games, if you're one of our Europe friends, !Element. Definitely make sure you check them out and get your orders in if you are looking for this box. The positive far outweighs my cynicism. It's about time you get some free release supports. Thank you so much, Sly. It really means a lot. Thank you, thank you. I'm very, very thankful that we get to share all this together today. So thank you everyone for coming to hang out. I want the Praetor models for Marine conversions. The cool Sorcerer Stormcast flat helmet for a Librarian. Yeah, so they will be available separately. I don't think they said when, like how long a wait it is. I would assume similar to other boxes. But they will be coming out. So that's really cool. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions, if you guys want to see certain things from the box, I mentioned we mostly built the characters. So if you guys would like to see those, just let me know, and I could take a quick break here to show. So if you guys missed me going through the Stormcast, or you want to see the other Kruleboyz, happy to grab those. Just let me know. Scott also has one of the older Stormcast here, so if you guys want to see the scale and the new proportions of the Stormcast, we can look at that again. I'm trying to think what else we've talked about today. I think those are the biggies. I think those are the biggies. And I am just going through and doing our first layer of our green skin. I think our highlight, I'm going to add quite a bit more yellow too. But for right now, we are working with Warboss Green. I'm basically taking the regular orc workup, and then we'll add some yellow in here for our highlights. There will be new paints available with Age of Sigmar 3. I don't have them here for today, but they will be available if you want to check that out. Oh, sorry. Don't have to answer. Some behemoths are war machines, not monsters. The Ironclads, for example. Thank you, Grady. Yeah, it's all keywords. So if something has a specific keyword, some things work for it, some things don't. It's all keyword based, is all that it is. Just like 40K. Anyone else have any questions? This would be a good time for it. Before chat decides to go off the rails like it sometimes does. This would be a good time for it. Looks like GW is allowing you to download the 3.0 rules now. Yes, so you can read them and listen to you. Best Monday ever. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. Yes, the core rules are available. So if you guys want to get that off of the Games Workshop website, I think we also have it in our Discord. If you guys want to join our Discord, !Discord. That's where we hang out in between streams. We share hobby news, work in progress photos, all that good stuff. So you guys want to come join us, please feel free. If you are a sub, make sure you link your Discord and your Twitch together to get the subscriber lounge and all those goodies. But yeah, they are on the website if you guys want the core rules, which is great. I also need to go read through and do some studying so I can get a game in. It's almost good that I haven't played a game in a little while because I'm not having to relearn some things. So I feel like it'll be all pretty fresh when I go in there to read. It's been a weird year for hobby. I'm looking forward to getting back to some more games as the game stores are opening back up here. We went to our local store this weekend and they had a tournament going on. It was just so nice to walk around and see people rolling actual dice and get their armies back out. Nature is healing. Behemoths are also a unit type. They're leaders, troops, behemoths, and artillery with max restrictions. Similar to 40k's HQ troops, fast attack, yeah. Monsters, the keyword on the war scrolls. Yeah, it's all keywords. So some of them will get more rules and things because they are under a certain keyword. Primarily thinking of the Leviathans for Deepkin. Been trying to avoid looking at other armies the wall. I can't take it. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know their stuff off the top of my head, sorry. But yeah, take a look at the keywords they've got and then any rules that apply to that. If you're looking to pick one up and maybe looking at rules to determine. My tummy's already growling. I'm in trouble. I only had coffee. Because I'm smart. Oh, okay. Do you guys want to see the really cool Death Army in the new book that Scott and I were kind of drooling over? Let me finish up this guy's little face. You got it. We can make those cheekbones pop.
I only have one bookmark for some reason.
I only have one bookmark. Pretty sure.
Some have come with two.
Jackrabbit, hello. We're going to take a real quick break here to show this army in the book that's gorgeous. So this is from Thomas Elliott, is one of the Warhammer studio artists, and there's a lot of conversions in here. I really, really, really love this color scheme. I'm going to do my best to not stick my book in the palette. Okay, I'm going to raise this. If you guys get motion sick, look away for just a second. But look at this. Look how gorgeous. Look at those baddies. Make sure I give everyone some screen time here. Isn't that beautiful, chat? Like, I just stared at it when we were going through the book. So I had to share it off. But again, Thomas Elliott's Death Army. Just beautiful. I guess if there's any other cool art you saw.
A lot of the art we've already seen.
Yeah. I do like that they're sharing more and more of the art as like featured. Because there's some gorgeous art. Do you use a wet palette? I do. Yep. So I have the Masterson Stay Wet palette that I use. Exclamation Gear, if you want to check that out. Those are affiliate links. Those do come back to help support the stream. So thank you to everyone who uses those. But if you want to check that out, I just do that before stream. I essentially soak the palette and kind of wipe off the excess. But yeah, I use a wet palette. Hey, Drikari. Yeah, the conversions are crazy. Crazy cool. What you up to today? Alright, I think I missed some of the silver here. Yeah. Couldn't quite tell what was what just yet.
You can also lower your camera.
A little bit more? Okay. Been moving it around a lot lately. Hey Chapman, welcome in. Any questions about that list, just let me know and I'm happy to help. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it. Thank you again to Games Workshop for the early preview copy here of Dominion. If anyone would like to see any of the other miniatures, if you have any questions, please let me know. I've mostly built all of the characters. The infantry are going to come a little bit later this week. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know and I will do my best to help. Was that a new vampire lord and a dragon I just saw? So those are conversions. But that is from the new rule book. It is an army from one of the studio painters. But those were conversions. Mostly chilling. Gotta upgrade my printer today, so just putting that off. That's fair. that can wait. That can wait. That's too much for a Monday morning, I think. That's too much. Alright, let's do a little bit more in this red. And then we'll go back to our skin. We'll just kind of hop back and forth here. I did use a different paper on the Masterson palette. So you can use the one that comes with it. Hi, Grey Master, how are you? You can use the one that comes with it. I actually use baking paper or parchment. Is that the other word for it? Baking paper. You can't use wax paper because it will prevent the water from going through. But just regular baking paper is what I use. But you can use the one that comes with it. That's what Scott uses. I have always used the baking paper. So that's what I've stuck with. Alright, I'm adding a little bit of a shade to our banner here. Oops. The pot grot. You want to see pot grot? There he is. Stirring up some trouble. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know. Happy to take a second and show that off. Otherwise, we'll keep on trucking on this little guy. Hype! Hey, Miles Bates Minis, how are you? These boys is nice. GW going all in on orcs? Yes, it is a very good time to be an orc player. How are you today? Welcome on in. We are working on Dominions. If you have any questions, if you'd like to see anything, please let me know. Happy to stop and show off what the awesome team at Warhammer Community sent over to me. So you guys can see them too. Uh-oh. You okay, Sly? What's up? Doing well, just had my airbrush setup come in. So gonna mess with that this week. Congrats, that's exciting. That's exciting. I hope you enjoy. Alright, we'll also get the bit here on his belly. Get all the shading done, and then we'll start working on some highlights. GW been calling a big wog lately. That's right. They bring in the wog. Lots of cool stuff all at the same time, which is fun to see. I think the other cool part is like we've got a lot of orcs, but like very different styles. between the Beast Snagga and the Kruleboyz. It's like there's a little bit for everyone. So it's cool to see the different styles that they've been working on. Sorry, I'm just getting some red that I missed. These pieces overlapping, I wasn't sure what was what. Do you thin a base paint over the Zenithal highlight so you can still see it, or is it mostly used as a reference? For stream, I mostly use it so you guys can see it better. I don't normally do a whole lot of glazing over a Zenithal, unless it's sometimes for one example. The Shaman here, where we've got the liquid, I would probably do it more over that to keep the nice bright color. But yeah, a lot of times I do Zenithal so you guys can see it on camera a lot easier. When they're just the primer, they're really hard to see. I don't quite use it for the glazing like some people do. It's nice as a reference too, like if you are trying to figure out your light sources and things. Sometimes I'll use it for that, just to kind of map it out in my head. I guess same question in chat. Who uses the Zenithal highlight as kind of a base to work off of? And then yeah, like I mentioned, anything I want super bright, I make sure to hit it with the Zenithal like a little harder than I normally would. Whoops, dropping paint. To make sure I keep my nice bright color. Kruleboyz have a little bit of a Middle Earth than Warhammer vibe to me. Yeah, the proportions for sure. They're almost... I kind of compared them like the troll proportions when we first saw them. But like this guy especially. He's got kind of that like almost panther look. Slam, hello. That's right. Nicholas Colas here. How are ya? How is your jab? How you feeling? What else you up to? Let's see, mouse says, I do. It helps me visualize where things should go. Yeah. Hey, Creepy. How are you? Welcome on in. What you up to today? It was jabby. I'm feeling okay for now. That's good. Yeah, luckily the first one isn't bad. I think that's across the board. So hopefully still feeling good today. But the 5G is... You should pay attention to this meeting. Okay, Greedy. We'll be here. Don't worry. We'll probably go a bit long today. We're having fun. Aw, General, thank you so much for that sub for 46 months of support. It says, congrats on getting the Dominion box. Thank you so very much. How are you today, General? Thank you, thank you. We are so excited. We're actually coming up on the next half hour, so I will do another look through all of the miniatures for everyone who's come in. So if you want to see the other Kruleboyz, the Stormcast, we will go over those here in just a moment. Want to make sure everyone can see all these awesome miniatures. But also, it's hard to stop painting because this guy's fun. Well, I don't want to stop. Yeah, I guess we need to make the command again, Slam. I removed it to be safe, but I guess we gotta put it back in. See, Slam says, beginnings of a headache and arms are a little noodly. Erotic Buddha, welcome in. How are ya? What you up to today? Aw, Cybestorm, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. For 23 months of support. Can we get some love and hype in the chat for both Jen and Cybestorm? I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that support. What you up to today? Richie, hello. How you doing? Good, General? Good. Glad to hear that. How was your weekend? Did you have a good one? We were building this. We've been watching E3, which I do want to talk about. Oh, Richie, thank you so much for that Prime sub for 10 months of support. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support today, for coming to hang out, for these subs. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get some more love and hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you. You guys are on your way to a hype train. You can painting the little guys green, or you go in yellow like the box art. I think we'll go a bit more yellow. We may keep a little bit more of the green, but I think we'll go more yellow with them. I think it's kind of cool. Add a little variety to the army. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we'll probably go a little more yellow. Hype train! Yeah, you guys are on level 1 hype train. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support. I'm really glad we get to share this box together today. Take a look at all the goodies. Thank you so much for all the support. It means the world. Thank you. You have confirmation which is the... Oh, I'm sorry. I read your question, but I didn't read your question. The plan is this boy, Slam, which I'll do the thing again. So this guy will actually be on Patreon. We're going to do a full video step-by-step for this guy. So if you guys are interested in that, exclamation Patreon, we will do a full workup for this guy here. So I will be posting all of that to Patreon as we go. So for our patrons, should have a video or 2 up this week. Aw, thank you so much for Anonymous Gifter. 10 subs going out to the community. Thank you, thank you. Erratic Buddha, Nerdy Shrimp, Nicholas, Isophis, Stupid Ninja, Loki Magic, Red Eye the Goblin, Armed Gamer, Valandar, and Sluggaboys. Enjoy those emotes and those subs. Thank you so much to our Anonymous Gifter. Can I get some hype for Anonymous? Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys. Level 3, you guys are nuts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and Jackrabbit with the bits. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. Oh goodness, let's go. Patreon and Warcom, or Warcom as a squad. That is the one that I have submitted. But I will be painting everything we can. Oh, I have to wait for Robot Lady. Valandar, welcome in. How are ya? Enjoy that sub from our anonymous gifter. What you up to today? Well, they're just gonna keep on coming. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, the plan, Slam, is that he is the Patreon and the Warcom article. That is the plan. Are they still going? I don't want to talk over Robot Lady. Okay, they're still going. They're still going. Thank you so much, T, for the bits. Jackrabbit for the bits. For those gifted subs. You guys are the best. Thank you so very much. All that support really, 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 really means a lot. So thank you. Why are we upset at Bethesda? I guess we can talk. Oh, I'll wait. I was gonna say we could talk E3, but maybe here in a second. When I'm not being interrupted by dings. We good? There we go. We're catching up. We're catching up, chat. Oh, thanks, Volpera. We're getting there.
Why do chickens only make one type of sound? They can't think outside the box.
Outside the box. Thank you so much, Teak. I'm sorry your punchline had to wait a bit.
Why did the teacher jump in the pool? To test the water.
Test the water. Thank you, Bill, for the bits. Thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you, Slam. Let's see, paint early copy. Thank you so much, Slam. Perfect. Ship it. Thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. And I try to remind you as much as I can. But just in case, you guys are the best. Yeah, I guess when they fixed Bot Lady, they gave her a different voice. That's a different Bot Lady. It's very interesting. So I guess she actually did get fired. She actually got fired. Oh, you guys are, yeah, 74% of a hype train. Thank you, thank you. Y'all are nuts. Thank you so much for all the support. I do want to say thank you to everyone who is lurking today, who maybe normally can't because of work and things like that. I really appreciate it. Hit the next level hype train or there will be more dad jokes. Oh no, we've got threats in the chat. We've got threats in the chat. Aw, Slam, thank you for the gifted subs. Belle and Hex Gecko. Thank you so very much. Let's get some love and hype in the chat for Slam. And again, to our anonymous gifter, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My noodle arm slipped. Slam says, no dad jokes. No dad jokes. Thank you so much. You guys are gonna make me cry. Don't do that. Don't break me today. I have a whole box to paint. We can't break me today. We got stuff to do. Have you read any of the lore in the book about the Kruleboyz? Not yet. So the box came Friday, Volpera, and unfortunately we had things to do on Saturday. But then yesterday we dove in. So we've just been doing assembly, which we are at the top of the hour. Let's go over all these minis so you guys can see them. I'm gonna try and do it at kind of nice intervals so everyone can see. You heard her, Breaker. No, I got stuff to do. Let me use my good hand. Alright, so this is who we're starting with. Again, this is the Murknob with Belcha-Banna. So that's who we are starting with today. Along with him, we have our Swamp Kala Shaman and our little Pot Grot. Let me set him down so I can do a full 360 on this mini because it is awesome. This is one of the ones I was super excited for. I love this back here. So sick. And yeah, the other kind of cool thing I kind of noticed before, but not until I was actually putting them in the base. Like Indominus has the little rocks that you put in the base. They have little cattails for the swamp. So a lot of these have them, and the Stormcast have them. So they are straight up fighting in the same swamp. There's our little pot grot. Super cute. Alright. Along with cute grots, let's go with our Killaboss. This one comes with this weapon here. I actually didn't glue this one. There is a shield that goes with him also. So I've got that separate at the moment. And our little stab grot. Ready to beat up on some bosses. There's him. And then we'll do a 360 on this guy too. You can see him. We're disappointed in Bethesda for Fallout. Oh, okay. Because they did eventually fix it. Bait and switch for Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I don't know. Fallout 76 is kind of a mess. I haven't followed it because it wasn't the game for me, but I know that they had some trouble with it. And then you guys saw this guy. This is our big one. This is what we'll be doing for Patreon. So we'll be working on him and his beastie and the bases. We're going to put together a swamp base and a tutorial for that as well. This guy is super cool. And then the one infantry that or unit that I did get to are the Manskewa. I think it's Boltboyz. Sorry, models are all hugging. So there is the first unit that I got together last night, and then I will have to keep building the other infantry models. So someone on Facebook making the orc shaman into a necromancer? Yeah, that would be easy to do. They have some cool details on it. So there's those. And then for the Stormcast side, let's take a look at those as well. We'll start with the Indrasta. Who is huge. Like, one of those where you know it's a big mini, but then you get it. So yeah, the fact that both of these are in the box is pretty cool. So these aren't primed or anything just yet, they are just assembled. It comes with a really cool base. The tree detail in the back. Lady Gwenius, yep. Here she is. Alright. And then we'll get some of the characters. We'll start with the banner here. Very large banner. Large and in charge banner. Back there. And then I'll just grab a couple of the characters here like we did for the Kruleboyz. Oh, I'm mixing stuff up now. Get his little Griffound. Oops. Came out of his base. There's a griffin. So these guys come together. There's the full model there. And I apologize, I don't know the name. Knight Arcanum. There we go. Still learning the Stormcast names. Look at the little hype train emote. How cute. How cute. There we go. And Scott got to one of, I think these are the Praetors. So the axe. For the rest of the unit to come. And then the first full unit that Scott finished building are the Annihilators, the chunky boys with the shields. Mashing refresh on Saturday, yeah. Yeah, again, if anyone needs to pre-order, if you're here in the States, exclamation Mini Stomp. We are partnered up with Mini Stomp. Mini Stomp's a mail order system, so it's all handled through email and then shipped to your door. If you're one of our Europe friends, we're an Element Games affiliate, exclamation Element. There's a link there that helps to support the stream, so thank you to everyone who uses that, and a code for extra stored credits, so make sure you use that for the crystals that they use. But yeah, that's what we've got so far. We'll keep building the infantry as we go. But you know we have to start with the characters, right? We have to. But yes, it's a 2-week pre-order, which they like to do for the big boxes, just to make sure that the stores get all their numbers and stuff in for a big release. But yeah, there is the queue system now, which we saw with Gaunt's Ghosts. So that will definitely help. It seemed they still went quickly, but it did seem to help with this last release. So they actually do have a queue system, kind of similar to like consoles. If you guys have been in for the like a PlayStation or an Xbox, that kind of similar queue style is now being used. So we will see how much that helps this Saturday, I guess. But yeah, does anyone have any questions? Want me to bring back any of those models for a better look? Let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep cruising on this guy. I'd love to get him kind of mostly done today. I did mention that we may go a little bit later today. If we're having a good time, enjoying the minis, we can go a little bit later today. I made myself like a little keto Lunchable that I can just bring back here and eat. So if you guys want to do that, we can do that. But we're just gonna enjoy this new box today. Thank you, Games Workshop, for the preview copy. I really appreciate it. Loving it so far. Kruleboyz have been a lot of fun. Can't wait for my chance to enter a queue after the first wave of pre-orders. Yeah. I will say, when we open up the box, it is loaded. It is packed to the brim with stuff. The book is pretty. Everything arrived safely. Nothing was broken in ours. It has the separators to help. You guys saw the unboxing, so you guys know what's in there. But yeah, it was very nice to open up and look through. Nearly rushed to pre-order Ghost this weekend, but they appear to be on the site and available, so I don't know if they'll be limited, plus costing $80 scared my wallet. So I thought they had sold out. Is that incorrect? I saw people saying it was like expected in October. I didn't get the full story, I don't think. Did anyone pick up Gaunt's Ghost this past weekend? That can help fill me in. Teague, really? I got an email from Steamforge. The title is Guild Ball Lore, Season 5, Part 1. They bringing it back? That is huge, if that's what that is. that's gonna be really interesting with a little bit of the backlash they got when they said they were gonna be doing it. That's gonna be interesting, I think. Oh, they're still in the US store. Okay, cool. Well, if anyone's still looking for Gonskos, there you go. Can pick them up. I thought they had sold out. My bad. The hair on my arms is standing up right now. Steam for Gage, then with them after they can Guild Ball. I mean, looks like maybe there's a chance. Jacker says, this wasn't the timing great. Black Legion done. 40k burnout. Bam. Sweet Age of Sigmar gig. I'm gonna say yesterday was a bit of a whirlwind. Because all of the people doing the battle reports and the rules and things like that started to post. And I'm like, I've only built a couple things. I need to get on it. I thought I had more time. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, chat. So thank you everyone for hanging in there with us. It's been nuts. I am trying my best to just hold on and enjoy it, but it's getting difficult. It's difficult to keep up with some of this. So thank you everyone for being understanding. Maybe in the book collection. Oh, maybe. Maybe. That would make sense. Yeah, I thought it was the models, but maybe it's with the books. When Guild Ball drew to a close, we confirmed we'd publish the final part of the story arc. Season 5 begins, as many great tales do, just before kickoff. They published the final... Oh, so this is... Okay. This is the last story arc. I jumped the gun on it. I gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. If the ghosts are still there next payday, I might pick them up, have a spot picked out in the hobby backlog to slide the box into, and dream wistfully about painting them. I would like to paint them eventually. I guess I'm not as excited as I am excited about Age of Sigmar at the moment, but I'd like to paint them eventually. I think they did a really nice job with Gonskos. They look really nice. Plus, just having more like, having the characters from the books is something really cool and special that they've got. Alright, look at that. Look at that red. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I was, we can paint these however we want, but I actually really love the studio paint, so I decided to go with it for these. We may do, like, little edits for the shaman and things like that, but for the most part, I really love what they did with the feeling for these guys in the studio art. So I'll be going for similar. We'll add a little bit of a Nikki twist, but we'll go for similar. The box art does a good job of incorporating the red-green. Yeah, I think they did a very, very nice job with this army. I really like it. So we will probably keep pretty close to it for them. The Stormcast, I'm still deciding. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of just the generic gold Stormcast, so we'll find something for them. I think part of that will depend on time as well. The Kruleboyz are definitely the focus for our box. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, wants to see any of the models again, just let me know. I'm happy to do that. Not a problem at all. And Dark Sea Blue, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I know the Stormcast wiki got linked up for you, but I might also use it and see if I can find a faction that I really like, color-wise. Something a little darker. You got the chew too, Bill? So cute. Face details on the banner and armor is reminiscent of Slaves of Darkness, with the face shields and the shoulder pads. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there is this shield. This one goes on the big mounted guy. So it's also got the 3D poking out detail. And then for the other little killaboss, very similar. But they're fun. Really pushing the skulls as far as they can go, it seems. They've done a really nice job. I was also building my Slanesh archers a bit last night. Because we only had one set of instructions, and Scott was building Stormcast. The archers are an interesting kit. I've been kind of avoiding them because people said it was difficult. They're almost cut the way the easy to build ones are. So they have like the cuts going through the body, and like a piece of one will hook up to another piece that maybe you wouldn't necessarily think of. So they're almost cut like they're for easy to build. But they're a separate kit. Jackrabbit says, thinking guard. I was hyped for rumors of plastic Krieg from a reliable source. If it's only a one squad kit, and it won't be that big a deal. If they release a full line, I would be hyped. I really feel like guard needs a new flagship since Cadia went all Alderaan. Sam says, I can't wait to see the 40k conversion of this set and the new boys and other things down the line. Yeah. I wasn't aware of plastic Krieg rumors, but please no, I need money to live. I think that's a lot of people. If those become plastic, it'd be some of my money too. I'd get the mounted models to paint. I think they're gorgeous. It would get me a bit too, and I'm not even like super huge on guard. Krieg would be cool though. I would go in on Krieg so hard. The tonks! See? I know you guys are more tonks people. We will be working on some guard. We're supposed to be working on guard tanks this week, but unfortunately pushed back because of Dominion goodness. I know you guys like the tonks though. Strong tonks. Please, Dark Reaper's plastic. Lift up your wishes, chat. Let's manifest some armies here. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Seen the Kruleboyz troll dude? I have. That'll be a cool addition too. You want armor more than guardsmen, except Krieg. Yeah. I think that's what Slam has said. As iconic as the guard squad is, their appearance in full armored column is also well known. Yeah, absolutely. Plus, not painting card blobs. Because as cool as they are, when you're painting like 200 of them, not quite as cool. When you have to paint 200 of them. I think Krieg benefits from some infantry, just because they're interesting to look at. Those normal guarded go hard on tanks again. Yeah, you gotta get that cavalry in there too, because they look sick. Gotta have some ponies. Gotta have some ponies. I'm with Wasted Mind. I'm waiting on Eldar. Yeah, Iron Priest Bot agrees. Does that sometimes. Hey, Joy Fading Minis, how are you? I did get an early box, yes. So thank you to Games Workshop for the preview copy of Dominion. We are working through the Kruleboyz characters today. So we have our Murknob with our Belcha-Banna that we're working on today. Working on these reds, because I love working with red. Then we'll get back to the rest of them. But that's what we've got today. How are you? And you were right. The arms on the gargoyles are rough to glue. Yep, it's They're really cool. They're really cute. Putting them together is a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. Working on this model for an hour and a half. Has it already been? It has been. What are your thoughts on the kit so far? I really like this kit. Yeah, he's really cool. All the little details are fun. The fact that I can spend this much time on the banner itself is kind of cool. With all the stuff on it. I mean, probably has nothing on the Stormcast banner, because that's a lot of painting. But yeah, really enjoying him. I'm sorry, chat, that I like to spend so much time on red. I promise we'll move to the rest of the model here soon. Promise we will move on. What do you guys think so far? Red is the bestest color. I love working with red. Tareya, hello. How are ya? What you up to today? It's preview box day. We do get to paint all the bits. Yeah. Here in a couple minutes, I will do another go through all the models so you guys can see that. Trying to do it pretty regularly so you guys can see them. What you up to today, Tareya? How's the rest of your weekend? Small stretch. Alright, I mentioned I kind of want to add some more yellow to our highlight. So we're going to keep with our orc skin workup. Let's go with some golden glow. Let's try that. Essentially GW ice yellow. Essentially what it is. Oh, work is kicking my butt. I'm sorry to hear that. Gonna lurk with you. Thanks for lurking. I really appreciate it. I hope work gets better. It's sounding very Monday, unfortunately. Weekend was fantastic, even though E3 sucked, mostly because Slant's commentary is hilarious. And marbles. We got to play some marbles yesterday. E3's weird this year. I know we've kind of talked about it, but with all the developers working from home, it feels weird. It feels weird this year. For everyone who has been following along with E3, what has been, what are you most excited for? What have we seen so far? For my video gamers in here. Mine's fairly cliche. Elden Ring is exciting for me. Elden Ring is exciting to me. Paparazzi is one that I've been very excited for a while, so it was cool that it was at the Direct. We will be streaming Paparazzi, for sure. Maybe not Elden Ring. But we gonna stream Paparazzi. I think Devolver had a very good show. There were several games from that I have wishlisted. Inscription, the creepy card-based one, I'm super excited for. Outer Worlds 2, I know a lot of people are excited for Outer Worlds. Some things are great, some were like WTF. The media playing all the streamers to watch their talking head show. I popped into Ko, Baru, and JP, and they all just looked so beat down. I felt so terrible. It broke them, and I felt so bad. So bad for them. Like, it's great that they were, like, sponsored or whatever to do it, but like, if you're gonna sponsor it, like, make sure they have something to talk about. Yokai Inn's also on my list, yeah. Hey, Moo Monster, how are you? Welcome on in. Work done on your day off. Love to hear it, Avian. Love to hear it. Seeing the Gecko Gods, Elden Ring co-op, and Replaced. Replaced looked cool. Witchwood? I think I need a refresher on that one, Moo. Need a refresher on that one. Oh yeah, we need more yellow. Get in here. Get in here, yellow. We need a lot more yellow. Sorry, let me mix up the color real quick. We have Dominion, yes. We have, I'll say it again. Thank you again, Games Workshop, for a preview copy. We will be going through all the models here in just a moment. So if you guys have missed the lineup, Scott's been helping me. We have been building the characters from the box. So I've got the Kruleboyz characters and the Stormcast characters all built. We're still working on the like battle line infantry models. But we can go through those here in just a moment. I want to get a little bit on his face here before we start. Okay, we'll have to blend it in a little bit, but I think I'm happy with that. Bringing in that yellow. Inspector Wells, welcome in. Thank you so much. How are you today? Avian, stop saying... I don't know what to tell you. Stop saying bad words. The Kojima troll was interesting. It was interesting. What will he do with the box? We don't know. We don't know. Alright, so for anyone who missed kind of the lineup, this is what we're working on today. This is our Murknob with Belcha-Banna. So that is what I've decided to start in with. For the rest of the Kruleboyz, we're going to be working through this week. So all this week we'll be working on Dominion. We've also got our Swamp Kala Shaman with Potgrat. So there is the full 360 on the Shaman, because we have this badass skull in the back. So there is the full model there. And again, the Potgrat. While we're on Grats, here's the Stab Grat. He's ready to fight some bosses. And then his friend, our other Kruleboyz. Inspector Wells is tired and not about my job today. Oh no. So there is our Kruleboyz. I haven't glued this arm. He does come with a shield also. So I will figure that out at a later time, but I have both. And then the big one. This is our Kruleboyz on Gnashtooth. Tooth, sorry. Gotta get that. Gotta say that right. He also comes with a shield that I've got separate at the moment. He will be what we are working on for Patreon. So we will do a full video series for this guy as we go for our patrons. Exclamation Patreon. Thank you, Slam. Already in the chat. We'll be working on him, his mount, and then the swamp basing on Patreon if you guys want to follow along. So that's what we've got for the Kruleboyz. Oh, I'm sorry. I did get one unit built. I'm still working on the rest of them. These are the Manskua Bolta-Boys, which are pretty sick. So there is the first unit together. Hey, Snow Mountain, welcome in. How are ya? Some cool sculpts they put out. The Age of Sigmar stuff always feels better than the other stuff. I tend to agree. I prefer the Age of Sigmar stuff. I feel like they take, they're able to take some more, what would I say? I don't want to say take risks, but they're able to be a little more unique, a little more, they get to experiment with new stuff, and I think that's really exciting, and why I really like them. But yeah, they've done a very nice job with these new sculpts. How are you today? Is there anything you're working on? Alright. And then we're gonna hop over to the Stormcast side. We gotta start with the big one. Indrasta is huge. So the fact that you get both of these in the box is pretty crazy. But here is the Stormcast side. Hey Wranglicon, how are you? Welcome on in. We did, yeah, we're going through, we've got the characters built. We're still working on the kind of battle line units. But taking a look at everything that is in here. There's that. And then I'll grab a few of the characters here. We've got our banner. Ooh, let me remember this. Knight Arcanum. And our banner. Some lovely models there. Cool to see the new kind of proportions for the Stormcast. Uh-oh, are the community sites getting hugged to death? It's a busy day for them. It's a busy day. And then we've got... Very sorry, I'm trying to learn the Stormcast names as we go. Lord Imperatant, and the Gryph-hound that keeps popping out of its base. We'll do all the basing at the same time, is why they're not glued in. Here's the full 360 for him. The first unit we have together for the Stormcast are the Annihilators. So our big chunky boys with the shields. And then we have one of the Praetors together. So the rest of the unit will come later. But this one's really cool. I like the posing and the weapons for these. Getting 503. See, Snow Mountain is... Oh, working on a Tau army at the moment. Need to get back and finish my Soul Story box. That's awesome. Pure Hybrid, welcome in. How are ya? Welcome back. We are going through the Dominion box today. How are you? And then we'll get back to this guy. We've added more yellow to our orc skin workup than we kind of normally do. To kind of match the new look for them. Again, I'll need to blend this in a little bit better, but for now we're just gonna sketch out all of our highlights. Get all these little toes, give them a pedicure. But if anyone has any questions, would like another look at any of those models, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep working on this guy. They like units ending with Tors. Mm-hmm. They sure do. Annihilators, Praetors, Retributors, Secretors. Let's see. Really hoping to land on job on Wednesday, Thursday interviews so I can pick up the box too. Something we're waiting for in Age of Sigmar. Oh, since Indominus came out, yeah. It's cool to see a similar box, isn't it? Do you have any other Age of Sigmar armies that we're working on? Your hybrid says, I haven't even painted my first model yet. I'm already tempted to buy the Dominion box. I will say, it's a lovely, lovely box. There's a lot of cool miniatures in here. When we opened it up, it is packed to the brim with goodies. Between the sprues, the book, and everything that's in it. I haven't got a chance to we've skimmed through the rulebook to like look at the art and pretty pictures. But I do need to go through that a little bit later. But yeah, it's lovely. I'm really enjoying this guy that we're working on. One of the doggos for the next animal adventures are showing up. A Westie fighter. Oh my gosh. I'll have to show Danny. I need to finish her little Westie. I got sidetracked because I was trying to figure out the backdrop. Oh, Corrin, Sylvanas, Sigmarines, and Nighthaunt. I've got Lady Olander sitting in her box. I need to build and paint. Can't seem to bring myself to do it. I hate when that happens. I have that with a few projects. You can do it though. That's a pretty model. Well, welcome in. For anyone who may be new to my stream, hello. I also have several of my armies. For Age of Sigmar, I've been working on my Slanesh. We had some Painbringers on the other day that I'll grab here. Stuck on each other, but there's some of my Slanesh that I started when Sigvald and the Mortals came out. So when they got their update, I started in on Slanesh. I also have Skaven. Here's my Keeper of Secrets too for the actual color scheme for mine. Yep. Doesn't quite fit on camera, but there's my Keeper of Secrets. What I've been working on. Skaven, and then for 40k, I've got Space Wolves and Tyranids, and then kind of a weird Chaos mix. So that's what I've got. So welcome in, everyone. Reaper, hello, how you doing? Let's see, Dry Painting says, I like the box. Since I don't plan on playing either faction, I won't be picking it up myself. That's fair. I do want to reiterate that Games Workshop has said that these models will be available later, so if you're not able to grab the box now, the models will be available at a later date. Hey War Machine, how are you? Welcome on in. We are painting up Dominion. We're starting right in on the Kruleboyz characters. How are you? And then yeah, if you guys want to see more of my past work, Slam put our Instagrams there in chat. That is a good way to do it. I've just finished a couple other commissions. We finished up Celestine, who's going home here very soon. We finished a gigantic Black Legion commission that is going home soon, and an Orc Stompa. So those have been kind of my latest projects, commission-wise. On top of the Slanesh and now Dominion. So it's been busy. Trade Painting says, also use the airbrush to prime and base my gargoyles, so that was a pain. I think I developed a blister. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's still quicker than either rattle can or by hand though. Hopefully it still saved you some time. I love your vibe and your beautiful work. Thank you so much. Following, looking forward to seeing more. Thank you. Thank you for coming to check us out today. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to show off any of the models that we have built. I can grab the sprues for the others, but they're not built just yet. But I'm glad we get to hobby together and share this box together. War Machine says, saw that GW showed a pic of the new boys. I'm good, but not my wallet soon. Yep, it's they make it hard, don't they? Too many pretty minis. Too many pretty minis. It's hard some weeks. If you guys had the, it was about like a month ago. It was just like back-to-back weeks of like, oh goodness, I want that. And then I want that. And then I want that. Like, they don't make it easy. Is there a piece of art you showed with new vampire mouths? They were conversions. Yeah, so that is, it was Thomas Elliott's army, but they are conversions. So I know one of them had like Vermin Lord pieces on it. One of them had taken stuff from like Ark in the Black. But they're conversions. But that's in the rulebook if you wanna take a better look later. Knick-knack. They didn't think we should have another Sisters of Battle commission. That'll be fun. Thank you again for the chance to paint Celestine. I'm trying to find a good box for both her and the other two models to make it back to you safely. As soon as I find that, they are headed home. You've got a question. What's up? Do you have any Iron Jaws or Bone Splitters to compare? I don't have any, no, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Roger, hello. Thank you so much for that lurk. I really appreciate that. Hope that you're having a good day. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you to everyone who was lurking today, who maybe normally doesn't get to, just with work and everything. With these sponsored streams, it really, really means a lot, so thank you. Dang, I know. Some new vampire, like, dragons and stuff would be pretty dope. Would be pretty dope. Alright, let's blend in our highlight a little bit here. It's bothering me a bit. So we're going to take our War Boss skin and a little bit more of our Scarsnick, because I just dumped yellow into it. There we go, there it is. Let's see, question. Doing a rust pattern of Doran Yellow, White Scar, Wild Rider Red over Typhus Corrosion. Do you have a suggested color to glaze them together? I'm kind of thinking either Sepia or Reichland Flesh Shade, depending on how much of that red you want in there. Those are the first two I'm going to. Can't wait for the Castigator to come out and pick up my army in the new bits. Yeah, we have to just see when that Castigator's coming out, don't we? Everything else is kind of out for them. Yeah, did that help, Avian? Sounds like it helped. I don't see the schedule. I'm sure it's obvious. These are usual stream hours. They are. So, we have... This is kind of the main one, so it's 10 Central. The schedule is down below. It'll actually do the time zone conversions for you, because I am here in Texas. But I will be back tomorrow the same time, 10 Central. And Thursday. Then we have Wednesday evenings for the US time. So we do have one evening time, but we've switched to mostly mornings, which has been nice. Yeah, I need to update that now, Slam, now that we've got solid Monday mornings. I had changed it just in case. Thank you, Slam. Oh, no worries. No worries. I know, especially on mobile, sometimes it's weird to get some of the stuff down below. It doesn't always want to show up. So no worries at all. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more Dominion. I'm thinking the Shaman tomorrow. So if you guys want to see the Shaman, I will be back on tomorrow. And then yeah, I guess the other Killaboss would be Thursday. Killaboss or the Belcha-Boys. Manskewa, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. You want to see Yandrasta, pure hybrid? I can get her out here. Or you want me to work on Yandrasta? Because I haven't picked a Stormcast color scheme just yet. Want to see your painter? Yeah, we'll have to see. If I can get a color scheme figured out. Then we can try and bring her on. Didn't realize you get code in the back of the codex. Do you need to subscribe to the app to redeem those? I'm gonna ask chat because I don't use the app. But they are for the app, yes. I feel like if you're using the army builder, then yes, you do. Like, you can have the book on the app, but if you're wanting to, like, build a list with it, then you would be subscribing, I think is my understanding. Alright. I think... Nope. I was gonna say we're gonna move on from the skin tone, but nope, we're not. We're not done here. Alright, so we've got the tongue for the Belcha-Banna. We've got to pick a copper for all of this. And then kind of finish up the cloth. That's kind of what we got next, I think. Big fan of the black armor Stormcast scheme. Yeah, I think something more like that would be something I'm interested in. Heldenhammer? I don't remember which army. Is that the turquoisey one? I know there's a turquoisey one. I think they let you use them without subscription in the app. Oh, okay. So if you have the book, then you're good. Let's start on this big creepy tongue. You guys are gonna laugh at my paint storage. I swept everything to a box on Friday to clear my desk. So give me 1 second. Ta-da! Super official, I know, but let's grab a few different pinks here. I don't think that's what I want. Grab some purples for shading. Let's look at our guide again here. What have we got? They go very skin tony, so maybe that will work. I'll try and keep it with Games Workshop today. Where's Kadian? Where are you? Sorry, chat. Give me 1 sec. There you are. Okay, all the colors. We'll play with those. See how those go. Not gonna lie, the way you can quickly and efficiently sketch out highlights, especially on a varied surface like skin, shows off your experience. It's impressive. Thank you, Slam. Yeah, I have found that I work much quicker and I have a lot more fun if I can do kind of the sketchy and then go back and smooth it out later. That's just more fun for me. I like seeing it come together really quickly. Did the hobbyist with 6 square inches of table space hit too hard? Maybe. Maybe Repray. It was that, and then, like, it was the end of Black Legion, so that was all off my desk. We had finished Celestine and the Stampa, getting that all off the desk. It was just nice to have a reset, I guess, is... Oh, they're black and gold. What a troll. What a troll. Pocknock, hello, how we doing? What you up to? Which one is the turquoisey one? Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, crap. Got the bad Screamer pink. This pot is really low and it's starting to not cooperate. I think we have another one somewhere, though. Alright, let's get this worked up. Put my paint hood up last night so I can airbrush on stream. My desk feels so cramped now. Yeah, that's a lot. Takes up a lot of space. A lot of space. Monday and working. We got into Lord of the Rings online MMO this past week. For a 1,000-year-old game, it's got chops. One of our friends is playing that also. I've never played it. Who has played Lord of the Rings online? Celestial Vindicators, thank you. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I've seen a couple people do them, and they're really pretty. I couldn't remember their name. Lord of the Rings Online is boss. Yeah, if you guys know our friend Glam Shatterskull, who's in here, is doing a full summer of Lord of the Ring games. So if you guys want to check out a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings, our buddy Glam will have them. Thought that was a really fun idea. Let's see, I go back to it every once in a while, other than a little clunky and unresponsive. The mechanics and the gameplay is solid AF. Hey, what has everyone been playing? I know we talked E3. What's everyone playing video game-wise? I've been playing Necromunda Hired Gun. I got a few more chapters in the other night. I also play Final Fantasy XIV, so I've been leveling up a Paladin, which has been fun. I'm enjoying tanking a lot more than I thought I would. It was really stressful at first, but now I'm really enjoying it. So I'm excited to play more of that. Yeah, Slam's been playing Guilty Gear, some Apex. If you guys want to check out some Guilty Gear, Slam has been streaming E3 and Guilty Gear. Go give Slam a follow for me. Lord of the Rings Online was good for a bit. Oh, Lord of the Rings Online killed Dungeons and Dragons Online. New Monsters got Hired Gun and Subnautica Below Zero. What do you think of Subnautica? I watched some streamers play it. I didn't play the base game though. I don't think it's the game for me. But people seem to be enjoying it. Let's see, I'm kicking myself. I was too poor to pick up the lifetime sub for Lord of the Rings Online. I'm back into... Oh, is it EverQuest 2? New Guilty Gear looks so damn good. It was fun to watch. Thank you, Confurio. So, how are ya? Thank you. Everyone go follow my friend Slam for me. Go watch some fighting games. Go watch E3. Slam's also been doing some Red Dead challenges, which are pretty hilarious. So, go check that out. Ravenborn says, still playing Ark. Might pick up Hired Gun after a few months when any bugs are patched out and the DLC comes out. From what I've seen, from like watching others and then playing it myself, it runs a lot smoother than like the day one. I had a few crashes kind of the end of last week, but it's been running fine since then. I'm enjoying it. Hired Gun's been a good time. Snow Mountain says, Final Fantasy XIV is working very well for me. First MMO I've gotten hooked into. Paladin has been really fun once we got to it. Dungeons & Dragons Online, Lord of the Rings Online are managed by the same company. So it's really what they want to spend money on. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Yeah, for 14, I have a Summoner and a Dancer at 80. And now I am working on a Paladin. The idea is that when Endwalkers and the cross data center stuff comes out, that we can have some community nights and like run dungeons, run raids, things like that. So if anyone is interested in that, that should be fun this fall. Why you do this? Kinda says picked up 2-point hospital now that it's on sale. I have to see how many hours I can sink into this one. Excellent. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of video game sales right now too with E3. So if you guys are looking for anything, check it out. Good things lurking and working. Thank you so much for lurking. Whoa! I hit something. Let's clean that up real quick. That didn't happen, chat. You didn't see that. Nothing happened. All good. Explain the free to whatever at 14. Is that a troll? It's not. So, Final Fantasy actually gives a very, very, very generous free play to see if you would like the game. You actually do get to play to level 60 and the Heavensward expansion for free to try it. And then if you like it, you can do the sub and get the full game. So it's not a troll. It's only a troll in that, like, that's the spiel every time Final Fantasy comes up, is why it's funny and why we like to annoy Slam with it. Is, the fact that it's mentioned so much is the meme. But no, it's all true. It's all true. A man down, I know. Sometimes my finger just gets stuck on the base, and it comes with it. Alright, we've got creepy heads we need to paint too. I notice we're kind of avoiding that. Let's get to that. I'm trying to keep this mostly Reaper, but mostly Citadel, but there's one color I want for this, so give me 1 second. Reminds me Sea of Thieves is hitting my time real hard. I love it. I didn't get into Sea of Thieves, but I know that the people that are, like, into the game are super into it and enjoying it, and that's awesome. I know it's kind of tough with griefing and getting started, but... See, I was stunned to learn that people have real-time in-game concerts and shows in Lord of the Rings Online, especially when there are a dozen bands playing in some pub in Bywater. That's so cool. Does anyone else have that moment where they go to buy some more drill bits, but also buy a Space Marine tank to get free shipping? Well, we've had somewhere with, like, Forge World. You need the free shipping, so, like, you gotta throw something else on. Obviously. I'm confused. I bought the game so long ago, so it's asking for money. So I have to download the game and make a new login. Yeah, it's a different client. So if you look for the demo on Steam, you should find it. This is a gladiator. Go with my unpainted executioner repulsor. Excellent. Just a casual. I mean, we got one. They threw one into one of our orders before. We didn't order a Sakaran, but we got a Sakaran. So I think it's fair that sometimes I need to buy a little extra, you know. Okay, let me get that color I was talking about. I'll lay him down so you can see him. But let me get to the paint wall. I just think it's a nice base for some of these skin tones. You should have painted them all in contrast. You can convert 2 things at once. There are plenty of those also being shared. You can go check those out somewhere else. Yeah, like my free shipping at $99. Then it came to $98. Yeah. So I was trying to hit free shipping on Miniature Market one day. And I got everything in my cart, and I added a couple things to get to free shipping. And I was $1 short. It was the most frustrating thing. So I got more dice, and that was that. And that was that. But man, it was frustrating. Let's see, we are at the top of the hour. Would anyone like to see all of the models that are assembled so far for Dominion? We've gone through them a couple times here on stream, but I am happy to go through them again if you guys have any questions. While I ask, I'm going to take a look at these cloth numbers. Yes, please, would like to see. I just got here and I participated positively in chat. Okay, well that's the name of today, is going through all these awesome models. So, we're gonna go through them. Of course, you guys are watching me work on the Murknob with the Belcha-Banna. So that's what we've got today. Here's the full 360 of it. Pretty cool. Next up for the Kruleboyz, we have our Shaman. This is the Swamp Kala Shaman and the Pot Grot. So these will probably be what we're working on tomorrow. Badass skull detail here on the back. Super cool. Our next killer boss is here on foot. So I actually haven't glued this army on yet. He does have a shield, which you can also go with. So I will figure that out at a later time. But he has a little stab grot with him. He is ready to fight some bosses, for sure. Our big boy on Nash Tooth is actually going to be our Patreon project. So if you guys would like to follow along with him, I am going to record all of my painting on him. So him, the Beast, and the Basie will all be on Patreon, !Patreon, if you'd like to follow along and get all of those guides when they are complete and ready. So we will be painting him over on Patreon. And then for our first unit, I got the Manskua Boltaboys all together. Just look at those weapons. They are mean. So that's everything that I've got built for the Kruleboyz so far. Scott has been helping me with the Stormcast. So we'll start with the big one here, Indrasta, all together, with kind of the display base that she comes with. Catching up on chat real quick. But yeah, if you guys need the Patreon link, it is there. There's the back for her. And then we'll get to some of the characters, same way as the Kruleboyz. Here is our banner. Very large banner. If anyone was interested in proportions and size to the old Stormcast, here's one of the old Stormcast models. So you can see kind of the differences they've made here. I've also got the, oh goodness, I keep forgetting this name, Knight Arcanum. Love that banner model. Yeah, it's a really nice banner. Like you could put some serious time into that banner. There's that. And then we've got our guy with our Gryph-hound. The Gryph-hound keeps coming out of the base, so I'm gonna leave him off right now because we'll be basing them all later. There is the full shot for him. Oh, you're able to build one of the Praetors. The rest are coming, but here is one of them from the unit. You still like the proportions of the old cast. And then the one unit we kind of have together is the Annihilators and their shields. So there's what we got. The time between the First Sisters article and the First Sisters release for this edition. They're dropping articles faster now. Yeah, it's getting close, Avian. It's getting close. But that's what we've got built so far. So we will continue building the the infantry kind of battle line units this week. But that's what we've got. What do you guys think? What are you guys excited for from the box? Which models are we hyped to paint? Alright, I'm gonna finish the cloth. I kind of missed some around his neck, so let's get that real quick. And my wallet. My wallet. Alright, I think we've got a little bit of skin tone here, actually peeking through just above his belly, too. We sure do, so let's go back and get that, too. That way, everything up front here is covered and good to go. The Shaman and Stormcast with the Griffin cape. Ah, thank you, Caprioso. So, in case anyone was wondering, there are the new paints coming with the new set. We didn't get them with the Dominion set. But if anyone is looking for some new orc skin colors, those are going to be coming out soon, too. I've basically taken the traditional kind of orc skin workout, and we've added some yellow. So we kind of did it ourselves. And less about the individual models, more about the spiky bits. I'm curious to see how the pointy parts turn out. All the pointies. I'm telling you, Avian. We can wait. It's okay. If you need to get yourself some orkies, that's okay. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how to do a shoulder, actually. If I want to do like an actual copper, or if we go like a lot of washes over silver. Kind of leaning toward that because I flipped it over like I thought I could see the back. Because I'm silly. You know what? Let's do more of that Iron Warriors. Because it's pretty. As soon as I can find it. The new orcs feel a bit Warcrafty for me, so I want to see him painted with red-brown skin. Someone mentioned in chat that they feel kind of Lord of the Rings-y orcs, and I agree with that. I definitely get that vibe with the new proportions. But yeah, Warhammer orcs. Or Warcraft orcs, sorry. Hey Germs, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you again to Games Workshop for the preview copy of Dominion. We are loving it so far. I really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming to tune in today and hang out. Check out these sweet models. Again, if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to grab things, to show things. I will say we focus more on the painting for this channel, so won't be doing as much with the rule set, but the content creators that do focus on that have a lot of content out at the moment, so if you guys want to go check that out, I recommend going to check out their content. They can speak to it much better than I can, so I will leave it to the experts. It is more Lord of the Rings than work. I think this guy especially. Oops. Which is perfect, because they do those minis too. Like that continues. Got some more here. We'll just keep going. I mentioned in my chat earlier, this is the first time I've used Iron Warriors, which is one of their base metallics. This is a very nice paint. It is very smooth compared to some of the other metallics. This goes on very nicely. So if anyone's looking for a nice, deep, dark metallic, I would recommend Iron Warriors. Their base metallics are always really nice, though. I mean, you guys know we use a whole lot of Retributor armor in this stream. Iron Warriors on the list now. Yeah, anyone else have any other questions? Hey, Hey, Sloth Priest. Yes, look at it. The Belcha-Banna. How are you today? Chill art streams are best streams. They're really nice. Just getting to hang out together. Play with some paint. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it. Is there any art you're working on? Yeah, who's got projects in chat? What are we working on? Before Dominion showed up, I was working on my Slaanesh. So I have a Hedonists of Slaanesh army that I started when Sigvald and all the mortals got their updates. And that's what I was working on until these guys came in. If you guys would like to see that, I can get them out too. Alright, and then we've got kind of black cabling holding the stomach piece in place. Let's get that. Using new 40k orcs. I know they showed the boy today. But yeah, the Stompa got finished up this weekend. So waiting on to hear from our client before we show too much more. But the Stompa got finished up. How's it compared to Lead Belcher? So it is darker. So here's Lead Belcher, which is what I kind of go to normally. Here's Iron Warriors. It is a bit smoother. Again, this is a newer pot, but it does go on nice and smooth. So it's a darker silver to work up from. I don't know, more a gunmetal, I guess you would say, from like other paint lines. But a darker silver. It's really good if you're like me and you like to work up from your shadows to your highlights. This would be a really nice metal to work off of. You know what I'm working on? Still. I write code, not art, but there's a level of organization and finesse to it, but not really comparable. It was different. It's just different. I am sure the other people that work on code in chat would appreciate it. Alright, what do you guys think? Should we go a little bit longer today? Keep working on Dominion? I did make myself a little keto lunchable so we can keep going if you guys want to. Either way, I'm working on Kruleboyz today, so... Iron Warriors tends to look the same as a coat of known oil over Lead Belcher if it helps, yeah. So you're basically kind of saving that wash step. But it's very similar to the color you would get. Yep. Let the painting muse run free. If you want to keep going, I will stay. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for coming to hang out. Especially with these special streams, it really means a lot, so thank you. Thank you to everyone who's lurking, who maybe normally doesn't get to during the day. I really appreciate it. Let's see, do we need this? Oh, holding our poor little head here at the waist I keep forgetting about. Looked a hole in his... Ow! Ow! Puppy, no! So you need to go to the vet? Ow! I'm doing something like that now. Oh, one can't stop chewing. She hates getting a bath. Oh no, poor babies. I'm sorry you guys are having to deal with that. That sounds really painful. That's one of those, is like, why are you doing that? No, Nikki, you're a grown-up now. It's not a Lunchable. It's a charcuterie board. It's got some cheddar cheese cubes and some pepperoni and another sausage I forgot the name of. Sopressata? Something like that? Does that sound right, chat? Whatever, it's in there. We're gonna eat it. I wanted to try it. But yeah, put that together here before. It's like I was packing a lunch for work. Which I haven't done in goodness since Scott started working from home. No vet, just spray and put a sock over it, hoping it doesn't peel it off. Man. Poor baby. Okay, we've got to get this other little flap of skin here started, or leather, I guess it would be. And there is a color I'd really like for it, so let me grab that off the wall as well. You can use probably Doom Bowl, but P3 has a sanguine base, which is this really pretty red-brown. And I like to use it for leathers. I'm gonna go with it. Good luck, pet problems can make you feel hopeless. Yeah, it's really hard when they can't tell you what would help them, or if they're feeling better. Is going on. Anyone watching anything good? I started watching Demon Slayer, the anime, the other night. I need to get back to it and watch some more. I've heard that Loki's really good, but I haven't watched it myself. Anyone else watching anything? So Pain Up, any danger of starting an Orky army? I mean, it's kind of Scott. Like, I'll probably keep this army. Once we get it finished up. Because, like, if I add that cool troll one in... I think that's all you've seen, right? That's extra. So, like, adding some of that in, like, that'd be cool. Right? Like, I would try playing them. If they're my playstyle, then I'd add on, for sure. Started rewatching, The Wire. Picked up Discovery Channel so you can watch Dead Files. Guilty pleasure. I don't think I've heard of that one, but I can imagine what that's about. I have a pretty good idea, I think. Files that are dead, obviously. The troll is so cool, yeah. But like having this set plus the troll, like I feel like that's a really cool little army. So like I'd mess around with that a bit. See if they're something I like. I mean, the fact that it's a preview army, like I'm gonna keep it. If I'm honest. Is that... We'll go with add with Mindhunter. Sorry, if there's a way you'd like me to pronounce your username, please let me know. But Mindhunter, I love Mindhunter. Mindhunter is very good. I binged through that when that came out. It's very, very good. Let's see. My girlfriend's dog has been staying at her mom's place since we moved in together, but she brought it to our new apartment. Dog's been curled up to me all night snoring. I just had some dreams, started making funny half woofing sounds. So cute when they're dreaming. Have you watched, is it Trace? Still in it, but the art style is very... You're using names again. I don't know who that is. Story seems very standard so far. I do like that it's in Manila and seems to have some cool local myth stories coming up. I have not heard of that, Avian. Not heard of that. Steve, hello. How are ya? Welcome in. What you up to? We are painting. The lovely people over at Games Workshop sent us Dominion early. So we are working on that today. Thank you again, Games Workshop, for the early preview copy. I am really enjoying working on them. We have started with the Kruleboyz characters. So this is the Murknob with Belcha-Banna. And we're just going to keep on working our way through the box this week. So if you guys are wanting to see more of the box, we'll be back tomorrow with, I think, the Shaman and the little pot crop. Yeah, make season 3, please. Please. I need more. I need more hunting of mines. Doggos. Magnola's the guy who created Oh, Hellboy. Okay. Gotcha. Somewhat caught up now. All right. Get that sitting. We'll let that dry so we don't disturb it. What else have we got? I think we need to pick a copper for the 2 shields here, chat. I think that's what we are stuck on here. I'm trying to think what I would use and what I have. That's why I'm pausing a second. Let's work on the tongue for the banner and then we'll come back to it. I was roommates with my best friend for a while. When his dog would be dreaming about chasing something, his paws were twitching. He would whisper, get it, in his ear. And his legs would start pumping harder. Oh, so cute. You do this thing with your hands where you put one finger on the other hand. Is that for, yeah, usually balance. So it helps me to, I'm guessing you mean like this, or when I do it here. It's just to stabilize myself. But yeah, I'll do it either on the base or on my other hand, and it's just to keep myself nice and steady. Especially now when I'm hungry, you can get a little shaky. So if you can brace your hand a little bit more, it keeps it nice and stable, nice and accurate. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. That's all I'm doing. Some people use like a model holder. That'll have like, some of them have like a little ring. So, I'll get you an example here. I'm going to mention this in case anyone thinks it would be helpful. So like some of them will have an extra, I guess an arm, you'd call it. An arm that comes up like this, and they will use that to brace against also. And one of them you can actually rotate around the handle, so you can put it wherever you need it. But yeah, that's all it is. It's just helping to brace. I never got into the habit of using a model holder. So I don't normally have it here on stream, but if that is something you guys think would help, I think Game Envy has one of those. Copper, brass, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one that I have that we can use. I haven't used them in a bit, so I'm wondering what shape they're in, I guess. If we have to spend the whole stream mixing them up, then maybe we come back to it. It's one of those key skills, I think. Bracing is so useful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I never got into the habit of using the holder. Scott will use it more than I do. I tend to switch to it when I'm having trouble like getting into a certain area on the model. And then I just need a little bit of help holding it to get there. Because normally when I will switch to it. But yeah, I never got into the habit. Where are those model grips back in the day was a genius. Like the one I showed, or just in general? I really like the Citadel ones. I'm not as big on the ones where you have to use like sticky tack. I don't think they hold super well. But I really like the Citadel ones. I do like the sticky tack ones for if I'm doing like a helmet separate or something like that. Then they come in. Then they're really handy. But oh, you got the mold line remover? Yeah, that's another one that I really didn't think I would recommend, but I absolutely do. Mold line remover saves me a lot of time. I'm glad you like it. We're gonna skip Bugman's Glow. We need some brighter colors. Oh, thanks, Slam. Yeah, we're working on it right now until we figure out what copper I want to use. Thank you, thank you. We gotta make it nice and creepy. The model's dong, to clarify. just in case. Just in case. Sticky tack based model holders, yeah. They're not my thing. I know some people like them. I can't recommend them myself, but they're good for like helmets and like separate things. Such a creep. My mouth breathing intensely. I want to say it, but you're gonna clip it. So I'm not going to. Never mind. I caught myself. Not gonna do it. So again, this is one where I am doing a highlight, and I'll come back and blend this in, because it looks really weird right now. And the banner now has a name. It's Gene Simmons. Rock on, banner. Your hybrid says, picking up my paints tomorrow. Excited to paint my first model in 20 plus years, but also kind of anxious. You got this. You got this. Don't be afraid to try new things. Play with those colors. You're gonna do great. If you have any questions, let us know. We will do our best to help. I think we need to go up one more color on the skin tone before I like it, because I don't like it right now. That's okay. Hey, Caldor, welcome in. How are ya? You're always. I know. That's the problem. Is I do know that. I do know that. With Gene Simmons around, instead of being called Kiss, they could have been called Slurp. Yeah, man. Did you hear the new Slurp album? I love it. Oh, thanks for lurking with us. I hope work goes well. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's try this one. We are up to Kislev Flesh. A little bit brighter. Maybe this is closer to what I'm looking for. If I can get enough on my brush. Thank you again, everyone, for coming to hang out. We worked through the Dominion box. We have this guy today. We'll have the Shaman tomorrow. And then more of the Killaboss. The Killaboss on the mount will be part of our Patreon. If you guys would like to check that out, exclamation Patreon. I'm going to be doing a full recording on him as we go. I should have started with this color. I think we're going to redo part of that. It's okay. Slam is always watching, waiting, patiently, like a cold-blooded crocodile, waiting for a prey to make a critical mistake, waiting for that predator bait. Yeah, let's go over this and redo part of this. Not quite what I wanted. That's okay. That's the best part of this hobby. We can paint right over it. I'll keep some of it to work off of, but for the most part, almost is gone. We'll come back to that. We experimented and it didn't go well. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, let's figure out what copper this is. We gotta get this copper going. What have we got? We've got... Oh goodness, that's super separated, but we'll try it. I guess they're all over with Scott. Let's see what this gets us. And then I chomp. Oh, a sound bite. Eh? 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 Hey, Decker. Oh, looking nice? Yeah. Other than the tongue I'm still trying to figure out. We're getting there. I'm happy with how he's turning out. A golf clap. Sorry, I'm shaking a paint that has been sitting for a long time. We might not be able to, Games Workshop coppers. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Nope. That's not mixing at all. Okay, let me see what Scott's got on his table. I'll be right back. Here, I'll put him down so you can see him. Oh dear, chat. I don't have a lot of coppers. Oh, we might need to switch to a different brand here. I don't think this is gonna work. We've got Balthazar Gold, which is essentially a copper. That might work if we do a wash. We've got Runelord Brass and Brass Scorpion. I feel like this will work. Let's try this. We doing it. We do it live. Is this a new pot? Let's try the new pot. Wish me luck, chat. Hopefully this mixes. Ether will be boring until 2:30 Central. Can stay and chill here. Thank you, Slam. Yeah, today was kind of a quiet day when I looked at the schedule. Because I was trying to figure out, like, when I wrap up, where it would be. But it seemed kind of quiet. I think I'm excited for Nintendo tomorrow. Is Capcom today or tomorrow? I feel like it's tomorrow. Hey, Levels of Detail. How are you? Welcome in. Just a human head hanging from a chain link. No big deal. No big deal. He's got several. We got 3 here and 1 at his waist. We have a lot of severed heads to paint. I don't know anything about Warhammer, but I dig the art stuff. They have some lovely miniatures, and their art is amazing. There are several things. I've almost bought the like art print just to hang up because they are so cool. Okay, this looks like it mixed okay. Thank goodness. Capcom is today. Okay. You can always use the Gehenna's gold. I know someone was not happy about it. It worked fine for me. As long as it's not Liberator. I still don't like that paint. Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't read far enough. Okay, we're gonna try Balthazar with a wash and see if that gets us where we want it. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, cool. Cool. We got it. I'm trying to stick to as many Games Workshop colors as we can for this guy. This is gonna work nicely. I'm sorry, I was told to read like 80 books to get all caught up, but they're expensive, yeah. I know Slam is helping you out there. A lot of the wikis will get you a good part of the way. If you can find some of those wikis and read through those, or at least kind of skim it for what you're interested in, past the initial kind of lore setup. Yeah, YouTube is great for it too to catch up. I would give you my paint, but it doesn't go through the screen. Thank you, Avian. I appreciate it. I appreciate the thought. Yeah, I need to restock. I haven't done a whole lot of metallics lately, I'm realizing. I used more of them when I was working on my Skaven, but I haven't worked on the Skaven in a bit. So I guess I just haven't restocked. There's no need to necessarily do things in chronological order. You'll pick up phrases and references as you go. Yeah. I do think if you're looking to pick up some of the books, the beginning of the Horus Heresy is very good and kind of helps set the stage for 40k. So that would be Horus Rising through Flight of the Eisenstein. Those are very good books to get started with. After that, you can kind of hop around to whatever interests you. So if you are looking for a couple books to kind of sink your teeth into, I would recommend those. But then, yeah, hopping around to the armies you're interested, or maybe the battles you're interested in, is a good way to do it. Sure, so Horus Rising is the first one. What's the second book? Help me out, chat. What's the first 4 books? Horus Rising. I keep coming up with... The third book is Galaxy in Flames. What's the second book called? False Gods? Is that right, chat? Help me out, please. It's been a while. Help. Hey, I did it! Horus Rising, False Gods, Galaxy in Flames, Flight of the Eisenstein. Thank you, Slam. I did it. Not confidently, but I did it. Horus is indeed a naughty boy. Yep. Yep. So those are, if you want to sink your teeth into some novels, those are actually very good. They help set everything up very well. After that, I'd probably recommend hopping around unless you are, like, really enjoying it. And then you can read about, like, every legion, every chapter, everything as you go. So it kind of depends on how you want to do it. For me, I like reading about the armies I have. It just kind of helps me, I don't know, kind of understand the army a little better. If I want to do, like, kit bashes and things, I have a little more insight. I think it's kind of cool to have some backstory on the thing you're playing. Almost like a D&D backstory. But you are able to hop around kind of after those 4 pretty easily. Thanks, nerds. Yeah, of course. If you have any other questions, let us know. Paul John's Life, welcome in. How are ya? And then Fear to Tread for Best Angel Boy Sanguinius. Going full anime. I need to read that one, Slam. You know, to prepare for the Sanguinius we're going to be painting. You only like Horus Rising and Flight of the Eisenstein, yeah. I mean, you gotta get the full setup, but... Hold on, Slice is doing alright. I can't believe it's Monday again already, right? It sneaks up on us, man. Sneaks up. Well, for anyone who may be hopping in, we are working on Dominion, which we actually received early from Games Workshop, so thank you again for the preview copy. I am working on the Murknob, which is one of the Kruleboyz characters. We're making a lot of progress. I'm very happy with how he's turning out. But normally we would be wrapping up here in about 20 minutes. We're going to go a little bit long today, but I will need to get some food here in just a little bit. I made myself a little charcuterie board, which is essentially just cheese and crackers. But we'll grab that and we'll keep going today. I've been wanting to do that for a while, to make a longer stream. So this is the perfect week to give it a shot. Let's do it. Try to pick something that's not too distracting on stream here. If it is, I can mute for a little bit. No worries. Just let me know. Critically acclaimed author Dan Abnett, Dan the Man, who was also at E3. He was doing what? The Avengers stuff? Was that right? Dan does it all. What a beast. What a legend. It's good to have background. I understand why Emperor's Children aren't really fans of Ultramarines. Knock this guy out pretty quick. He's been a lot of fun on our first as part of it. When I'm having fun, I work up pretty quickly here. We've still got some details I'm kind of figuring out as we go, but yeah, he's coming together. If I can get him mostly done today, I'll be pretty happy. Uh-oh, back to the paint box. 1 second. Need that. Guardians of the Galaxy, that's right. Yeah, Dan the Man was at E3 yesterday. There's much of a mukbang section, it does. We could go over there. Sounds a little scary, but we could do it. I don't think they're gonna like me painting miniatures though. The big Stormcast model is the torso separate. So Scott built it, so I don't know, but let's see if we can figure it out. It looks like there's a front piece here. I see it looks like it's in a couple different pieces. I'm trying to turn it so you can see the... Like, this front chest plate is separate. It's on top of another piece. So there's like the ab armor, and then she's got another breastplate over that. Sorry, looking at her card real quick. Yeah, so I don't know which way it's easier to see on camera. But she's got like an ab plate and then a breastplate over that. Those are separate. I can't tell where it connects to the legs though. Because yeah, Scott built this, unfortunately. Well, fortunately he built it. Unfortunately, I don't know where the connections are. I was wondering if she would work for a Fulgrim Kit Bash. I mean, I'm sure you could make it work. The wings for sure. I know Sanguinius is the other thought for her. Hey Nesla, welcome in. This is, yeah. Would you guys like another run through of all the Dominion models? That is what we're doing today. If you guys would like to see them, just let me know. I don't want to do it too often, but if new people have come in to see them, I am happy to do that, so just let me know. Yes, please, let's do it. Let's take a tour, chat. Okay, so we'll start here, because we've already got her on screen. But this is Indrasta for the Stormcast. So this is the large model for them in the box. She comes with this really pretty display base and steps. So there is the back there, where those wings connect, and the rest of her cloak. And I guess we'll do all the Stormcasts first, since we started with them this time. Here is the banner. Very large banner. Very detailed. You could spend some serious time on this model with the banner. But very pretty here. We've also got the Knight Arcanum. Also comes with a sculpted base. Pretty model. For the rest of our characters, we've got this guy here who comes with a Griff Hound. More sculpted bases. The cool part is, if you guys are familiar with Indomitus, they had like the little rocks and skulls that you could put in the base to like fill the peg holes. This one comes with, he's got a skull and some little cattails, so they both have kind of the swampy base look. So even the Stormcast get the swamp stuff from the Kruleboyz. Alright, there's that. Who else have we got? This is part of a unit. We didn't get the entire unit built. This is one of the Praetors. With the axe. And then for a full unit, we have the Annihilators built. Which are the chunkier boys here. So they look super cool. Seeing them in person, I like them a lot more than when I initially saw them. Seeing the proportions IRL made a difference. Alright, and then how's assembly? Assembly's been pretty good so far. I think Scott had a couple of gaps that he was trying to be mindful of with the Stormcast. I'm trying to think if I ran into any issues with the Kruleboyz. I don't think so. No, it's been very good. Alright, and then the Kruleboyz side, which is the part that I am starting on. This is what we've been working on today. This is the Murknob with the Belcha-Banna. So we're gonna come back and redo the tongue, but we're getting there. He's come a long way today. Tomorrow we will be working on our Swamp Kala Shaman, along with this little pot grot. So they come together. The really cool part with the Shaman, I'll do a 360, is badass from the front. And then this badass skull back here we get to paint. So I think I might take more of a necromancer feel to the skull back here. I think that would be really cool. Since it kind of blends into the cape and everything. We could do something really cool back there. Alright, and then next up we have another killer boss on foot with a stab grot. Stab grot, pot grot. This guy does come with a shield also, so I've actually not glued this arm. He does have a shield that you can give him also. So there is the full view of him. I don't think they did slam. I think they just showed the front of the shaman. So putting that together was like, ooh. That was cool. I only see the shaman Hulk as Gul'dan no matter what I do. Yup. Hey, above tabletop. How are ya? We are taking a look at all the Dominion. I'm so sorry. Dominion models that we've built. I talk about Warhammer too much. Alright. Here's the first unit that I got together, which are the Belcha-Boys. They are super cool. Love these weapons. And then, last but certainly not least, is our killer boss on, oh goodness, I just forgot, Nashtooth. How could I forget? This is who I'm going to be working on for Patreon. So if you guys would like to see all of the steps for him as we go, it will be on Patreon. !Patreon. I'm recording the entire process. So it'll be him, his beastie, the baits, all of it. So if you guys would like to check that out, Patreon is there in the chat. Thank you, Slam. So we'll save the big boy for that. The rest of it we'll be working on stream this week. Welcome back, Gel-Tip Luncheon. So if you managed to watch, awesome. I need to join you here in a minute. I'm so jealous of you. Thank you. It's a huge opportunity. I'm super excited. They've been a blast to work on so far. I hope that everyone here who's wanting a box is able to grab it, because it's been a lot of fun. Look at the guy standing on a Stormcast shoulder. Yeah. This guy's got a whole Stormcast there on that base. Or the whole top half of one, at least. How are you today, Body Armor? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the tour. Of course, that is why we are here today. If you guys have any questions about the models, want to see any of them, like, more close up, just let me know. Happy to do that. Otherwise, we'll keep working on this boy here. I don't think we'll quite get him done today on stream, but we'll get real close, which is real nice. I tend to finish models off stream just so I can pay attention a little more. Few less distractions. But we'll get him real close here. I'm just touching up some of our metals that I missed or wasn't sure about. We've got a creepy hand stuck on here too, to go with our creepy severed heads. But yeah, welcome everybody. If you're new to my stream, my personal projects, I've been working on Slaanesh here lately. I started a Hedenites of Slaanesh army when Sigvald and all the mortals got their update and models. I've also got Skaven. For 40k, I've got Space Wolves and Tyrannid, and then a really weird mix of some Chaos stuff. So that's what I've got. Welcome in. If anyone's working on anything fun, I'd love to hear about it. Let us know. Slam also linked up Instagram. That's a good place to see some of the things we finished here lately. I try to keep it pretty up to date. So we've also finished an Orc Stompa and Celestine. But yeah, give those a look. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep on cruising on this bad boy here. I will need to step away and grab my lunch here in a second, though, because I'm starting to get real hungry. I guess figuring out the wood for these weapons is our other biggie at the moment. It's got like a brace. I guess it would be the same silver. Going for it. Keep all these metallics the same. what is everyone else up to today? We got any plans? Anyone else gonna be watching E3 with us? E3 is today and tomorrow, and then it wraps up. It's got me super pumped to play some more video games. I've not been able to play very much lately, and I'm excited to dive in. Like a Chaos Star on there? You do. Okay. Alright, any other silver that I'm missing? Get it while we're here. I feel like these would be. Get those two. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, E3's been really good. I've got a list of games now added to Steam. I think my wish list grew from like a couple games to like 20 games. So that's exciting. We also had the Warhammer game show here pretty recently. Had Total War, Darktide, all of that. Anyone looking forward to some Warhammer games? Darktide's the biggie for me. I'm super hyped to get into Darktide. That will be a lot of fun. Alright, we're gonna do a wash on the shield, and then I may go grab my little lunch snack, take a quick little bio break, and then we will dive into some more painting. How's that sound to everyone? I think we're gonna go with some Agrax. Let's give this a shot. I'm not gonna do all over, but we'll do the kind of divots here. I want to keep some of that Balthazar gold without having to go back over it. I guess you now have a Final Fantasy XIV account? Excellent. Yes. The conversion begins. If you have any questions, Cutters, let us know. Yes. You see that slam? We got one. We got one. You can't boo me. It's my stream. And my stream. Yeah, the Final Fantasy stuff coming up this fall is really exciting. Especially with the cross data center stuff. Because then you can play with everyone. Won't it be great, Slam, when Exalted and I can play together? Won't that be fantastic? That won't be annoying for you in any way, will it? Nope. Nope, nope. It'll be so great. So great. Thrilled for you. I'm not gonna quit WoW anytime soon, but I guess I was checking out. Yeah, there's some cool stuff that Final Fantasy does. That I know WoW's kind of taken from them, and I think you'll see that. It's cool to see what each of them do a little differently than the other. There are definitely parts of WoW that I really liked. There are definitely parts of Final Fantasy I really like. So it's really cool to kind of compare them together like that. I'm trying to decide if the eyes in the banner are metallic. I guess they are, aren't they? Yeah, we have all the little rivets too. Okay. We're gonna get the little rivets and then I will get my snack. I need a snack. You made quick work of this model in a couple hours. Thank you. He's coming along. I'm really happy with him. But yeah, we'll go a little bit longer for stream today and see what we can get done today. I'm using the Iron Warriors again for this really dark silver, like how this is turning out. We'll highlight these up a little bit later, but for right now, it's looking pretty good. Aw, Vandian, thank you so much for that sub. I'm so sorry I didn't hear the alert go off. Thank you so much for 4 months of support. Can I get some love and hype in the chat for Vandian? Thank you, thank you. How are you today? Welcome in. I was too busy painting dots. I'm sorry. How is it going? Jaira says, I've been considering playing 14. My brother plays. Final Fantasy 11 was the first really good MMO I played. I have some nostalgia for it. 14 seems to have a similar vibe. Yeah, it's basically that reworked is what 14 is. So if you want to try it, there is the free trial. I know we were talking about it being a little bit of a meme, but it is a really great way to try the game and see if it's for you. If you do, we are on Excalibur. And I can send character details over later, Jackrabbit. But we are on Excalibur. You know what? No, I want the coppery eyeballs. I just got my hue light strip installed for my TV. Nice. Ah, yeah, you can have it for what we're painting. Wouldn't that be cool? Yoshi P forces devs to play Kata and Mop to see how MMOs should be made when they're doing Realm Reborn. Now WoW's copying them. Yeah, it's a little bit of a back and forth, which is good for everyone. Getting to take the really good parts of each. That's good for everyone. Yeah, because 11 did not go great. So when they're doing Realm Reborn, obviously, gotta go to WoW. They are the MMO. And now, yeah, when I saw some of the WoW updates, I'm like, that's from Final Fantasy. that's from Final Fantasy. So it's really funny watching them go back and forth. I mean, a lot of games do that. I always think of Uncharted and Tomb Raider also going back and forth with things. Doing good, just working, painting hopefully after. What have you got to paint? What will we be working on today? Less meme, more gold, that's right. I was trying to think if there was an emote I could do, Slam, that portrayed how critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV is. And that you could play a free trial. Aw, JPig, thank you so much for that sub. For 28 months of support. Happy Dominion Day, how are ya? Welcome on in. Can I get some love and hype in the chat for JPig? Alright. I am going to take a really quick bio break and grab that food that I mentioned. That way we can keep painting today. But if you guys hang tight, I will be back in just a moment. I will leave him on the screen so you can take a look at him. Maybe a couple more here to look at. We got a shaman, got a war boss. For everyone coming in, we'll do another tour through the miniatures here when I get back. But yeah, let me get a quick stretch, bio break, food, all that good stuff. Good time for anyone else who needs a stretch or some food or some water. And we will be back here in just a moment. So be right back. Okay, we back. Alright. Before I start eating, would everyone like a little bit of a model tour? If you guys have not seen all of the miniatures we've got, I know JPEG would probably like to see. Anyone else like a model tour? Yes? Yes? Okay. We will start with Kruleboyz. So JPEG, we've been working on our Murknob with our Belcha-Banna. That's where we've started. We're gonna make it pretty far on him today, so that's exciting. We'll keep working on him a little bit longer today. There is someone I thought about while I took my break that I'd like to raid into, that they raid to us all the time. So we're gonna go visit studio here in a little bit. But that's what I've got. Next up, tomorrow, we will probably work on our shaman. So we've got our shaman and, of course, a little pot drop. So that's what I've got. The cool part that I don't know that they've shown, in the back of the shaman, is this really creepy skull that I love. So I think this will be our project tomorrow. We've also got a Kruleboyz on foot with Stabgrot, love that. Super fun. I haven't glued this arm. He does come with a shield that you can swap out. So I will figure that out a little bit later, or just leave it that way. The only unit I have together so far are the man-skewer Belcha-Boys. So, super cool models here. The rest of the infantry I'll have to build this week. But got them together. And then last but not least is our big boy. This is our Kruleboyz on Gnash Tooth. This is who we're going to be working on for Patreon. So if you guys would like full updates, full video on the process and workup for him, that will be on Patreon. Exclamation Patreon. We will be doing him, the mount, and the base all on Patreon. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. But that is the Kruleboyz side of what I've got built. On the Stormcast side, we've got Indrasta with pretty wings. Really cool base. Here's the back side. So super pretty there. I'm gonna kind of rapid fire through our heroes here. They don't have as much details on their back the way that the Kruleboyz do, so I'll just line them up here. Still very pretty models though. Coming with some sculpted bases there. This big banner, gigantic banner. Hey Rev, welcome in. How are ya? So I got those. The only unit we have built so far are the Annihilators, which have the big chunky shields. Super cool there. And then we have one Praetor. The rest of them coming. So that's what we've got. Yeah, so our box came on Friday. Unfortunately, we had stuff to do Saturday, so we really dug in yesterday. So I'm feeling a little behind, but we're making good progress. He's been really fun. So that's what we got. What do you guys think? What's everyone's favorite model from the box? Kedis, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. How was the building? Building's been good. I know there's a couple gaps that Scott was making sure, I think he actually clamped one of them to make sure that the gaps were okay. Otherwise...
Annihilators.
Oh, and the Annihilators, okay.
We have ticket pricing for the GTs.
Oh, we have GT ticket pricing, says Scott.
Looked like Warcom is back up, so the article is there. The standard ticket is $110 for 8 rounds.
For 8 rounds.
That gives you the ticket, mission cards, a tradable faction dice, mystery pin, and a free video game.
Free video game, that's cool.
Yeah. Objective markers, I don't know if I said that. The premium is $220. It gives you everything.
Kind of the model.
It gives you everything the standard. including or plus an Epic Event t-shirt, which is branded per event.
Oh, that's cool.
2 event exclusive minis, a dice tray, a figure case, a drink tumbler, the Warhammer RPG rulebook, Munchkin 40K, playable exclusive Munchkin Games 40K bookmark, and 3 additional video games.
That's a lot of stuff for the...
Over $500 in
Yeah,
value.
for 200?
For $220. It's actually not bad.
That's a lot of stuff.
And that, it looks like the pricing is the same for all 3 events.
Yeah, the USGT JPEG.
Yeah, that's Austin, New Orleans, Orlando. I'm trying. Aegis.
Or do you mean, is he looking to go to it? Is that what you mean, JPEG?
I don't know yet. Age of Sigmar is a little cheaper.
Interesting.
They seem to be getting the same stuff, though.
I wonder why it's cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's $20 cheaper for each level.
Weird.
They go on sale at 7 o'clock tonight.
I think it would be fun.
It would be. I am thinking about it, honestly.
I don't know what I would do because I don't think I'd be able to watch, but...
If you're 18 years or older, it looks like you can.
Oh, okay.
I can grab the article for chat.
I mean, it's 90 and 200, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing holding me back from getting Dominion is the promise to release this stuff separately. That's what they've said. I know not having a release time frame for that stuff makes that a little tougher, but yeah, they have said that they will come out separately, so that is good. With how the kind of the limited or while supplies last kind of deal works.
They do have discounted rooms.
That's good to know.
Because that was something I was looking at. Was an issue?
Yeah.
Because it was like $250, $300 a night. $160. That's cheap.
That's a lot better.
And I believe that's the same building that they're hosting the event in.
Yeah, I guess this question's for US side, but anyone else considering going to the GTs they've got lined up? I mean, if you want to fly over here, cool. But anyone else considering? Dress like a cheerleader in the colors. I think it'd be fun. Yes, and then JPEG's mentioning the core rules for Age of Sigmar are up on the website, so if you guys did not get those earlier, definitely make sure to check those out. I got the food and then I didn't eat the food. Give me 1 second. Just started smelling it. Did you guys like a peek into keto lifestyle here?
All attendees must be in possession of a valid electronic ticket at all times.
So I would not be able to.
It looks...
I'm gonna go chill on the, or no, it's Austin, sorry. I was thinking.
It's in November, though, so it'll be nice and comfortable for you.
This is my little keto plate. Small glimpse into my keto stuff. Dress like a space wolf running around the axe, hell yeah. That's more my style.
Interesting. They are allowing costumes, but no weaponry.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah, so on previous ones they've allowed it.
Oh, the weapons.
Yeah, that's may not utilize in whole or in part any real, scaled, or replica weapons. So even their stuff cannot be on it.
I feel like it's pretty standard for like
Yeah.
cosplay and cons.
And I imagine the no audience is to with COVID compliance.
Oh, Well, distracting players too. You don't want to.
Interesting.
Well, cool. Yeah, we'll look at that tonight then.
You want to get him done on stream today?
Oh, he's getting close. I don't think we'll be done, but we could,
Get the final touches.
yeah. I'm enjoying him. Me speeding through something is a good sign. Means I'm having fun. You guys will have to let me know if my chewing is too annoying. Because I've not really eaten on stream before. So just let me know. Doesn't hurt my feelings. You know what? I really want to finish this red one on stream, so we're going to do it. We're going to add a little bit of orange to help highlight it up. Control Slayer orange. Thank you again, everyone, for coming to hang out. If you're enjoying the Dominion stuff, I will be back tomorrow with more Dominion. We're going to work on that Shaman. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. Happy to show things off. If you guys want a better look at anything. Otherwise, we'll keep working on this boy here and save our shaman for tomorrow. I'll probably do some recording on the big guy later tonight. At least get like the mount started or something. So patrons, heads up, that might be coming a little bit later. Thank you for the follows today. Thank you so much for coming to check us out. I really appreciate it. Again, if you're new to stream, we're working on Dominion now. I have been working on some of my Slaanesh. So I started a Hedonites of Slaanesh army when Sigvald and all of the mortals got their update. I've also got Skaven. I've got Space Wolves and Tyranids, and then just a really weird mix of chaos stuff. So welcome on in. Please let me know if you have any questions. But we love Warhammer here. And tabletop games. A bunch of us are watching E3 this week for Vigi Games. Lots of tabletop RPG fans here in the chat. So welcome in. We're happy to have you. Heading off to boot camp. Enjoy painting all the cool new stuff? I certainly am. You enjoy boot camp. We will see you later. Bye-byes. Yeah, if anything, I'll be finishing and kind of just refining things on this guy. For the most part, we made really good progress today. I'm really happy. Where are we watching E3? I thought we were watching Marbles. If you guys want to catch E3 with Slam, that's where I have been watching it. I'm gonna get that shout out. We will be heading over to Studio today, though, because I never get to raid him. And today I should be able to. So I wanna take that opportunity. Send some love back that way. For all of the love he has sent our way. Oh, goodness. Rip power. Uh-oh. Did you lose power? Yeah, we're watching Marbles and Otters, Converio, so that's what we're watching. Just a full weekend of Marbles and Otters. Should raid over there one day. Go get some love to the Otters. Alright, no one said anything, so I'm gonna have some more food. If you can hear a lot through the mic, let me know and I will mute. No worries. You heard Otters? We were watching Otters this weekend. Yep. It was pretty fun. They were getting food. They were playing with different toys. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. There you go. The orange made a big difference. Hey Alex, welcome in. How are you? Oh, you finished a painting today and tired? Haven't been like that in years, maybe more, maybe less. That's awesome. Congrats on finishing up that project. And welcome in. We are working on, we actually got a preview copy of Dominion from Games Workshop, so that's what we're working on today. How are you? Trying to figure out what else I want to work on here before we wrap up and throw it over. I feel like these bands back here would also be black. But man, I kind of want to lighten them up a little bit. Thinking. But I feel like I should match the black here. You know what? No. I'm gonna lighten it up. Just gotta find out why Warcom was down. I don't think so. I think probably just hugged death. Probably just too many people on it. Doing good, you think? Think you're doing good? I mean, that's a start. I think that's a good start. Just do some almost like bandage wrappings back here. Lighten them up a little bit. Got a lot of dark colors back there. Put the tour tickets up for sale today. Yep. We're gonna be taking a look at that. But that's probably part of it. We'll be taking a look at that for sure. They had a Twitter post on it. Oh, too many people hitting the site. You guys hugged it to death. Wait, the front page is open, not the news section. Gotcha. News section had the tickets. That makes sense. The otters are live. One of them's giving himself a butt rub. I think they're pretty much always up. Like, maybe at night the stream goes down? I can't remember now if I've seen them on in the evenings or not. But yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, there is a marine mammal rescue stream that has otters. And it's very zen, and if you guys just need a nice stream with adorable animals, I recommend checking it out. They're super cute. The other day, one of them had a bowl. They kept trying to make a hat. It was pretty adorable. Alright, we're gonna do washes on the shoulder too while we're here. So we used Iron Warrior for our steel. I'm putting Seraphim Sepia on it. Kind of dirty it up a little bit. We'll do a couple different washes to add some variation. There's 2 different 24-hour kitten streams I pop into. Yeah, there are more and more of the little animal ones, which are awesome. I think the best part is like the rescues are starting to do them. So like your sub money goes to the rescue, which I think is a really cool idea. Ooh, that was almost bad. We almost spilled that wash all over stream. Alright, that works for now. We'll get some washes on the silver. I still want a little bit of wash in the recesses, even with our darker silver. The released otters are like, we had a nice mini ocean to swim around. The creatures would bring us food. There were no sharks or orcas in sight. So relaxing. 10 out of 10 spa. Would do again. That's probably it. They're living the life, let me tell you. Like, they didn't even have to work for the food. They were just, like, throwing it onto their little bellies. That was it. And they just, like, pulled up, waited for food. We're super adorable, and that was it. They were living the good life. Alright, got those washes on, so those will dry. What else do I want to work on? I might just save the heads for after, because I don't really enjoy painting them. Might just save them for after. Let's work on his cloak a little bit more. Keto snack. Yeah, the thickest fur. #1 cold tub. #1 cold tub. It's so silly. I'm so glad they did it with the new hot tub category. Some floof. That's right. They got floof for sure. All right. Let's work on some of this cloth. One of my favorite video clips that I run into from time to time is of an otter trying to get a human to pet him. He used this little front paw to pet his own head to show what he wanted. That's so cute. Oh. Alright, so I'm doing Gorthor brown. I'm gonna see if this is too light or if I need to mix. I think what we're gonna do is end up sketching in our highlights again and kind of working from there. Because I know I want it right here across his thigh. But it may be a little bit too big of a color jump for us. That's okay. We'll get it worked out. Spigot, how are you? What you up to today? If you don't want your opinion of otters ruined, never look up Singapore otter gangs. I won't. I won't. No one spoil it for me either, or I'll bonk you. Spigot, you're coming in. We are working on Dominion. We actually got a preview copy of the new Age of Sigmar box. So I am working on the Murknob with the Belcha-Banna. So we've got the crazy banner. We're waiting on some washes to dry, so I'm working on the cloth a little bit more. But it's been really fun so far. Scott and I have got most of the characters built from the box. So Stormcast and Kruleboyz. Still working our way through the smaller battle lines and stuff. But really, really enjoying it. So thank you again, Games Workshop, for the preview copy. We will be working on Dominion all this week. I am also working on the large Kruleboy on the mount for Patreon. So if you guys are interested in the full video and workup for the Killaboss on Nash Tooth, that will be on Patreon. I will start recording and working on him in the next day or so here. Got a few things I need to get up to the post office before we dive completely in. but then we will be good to go. Doing okay, finish a productive call with USPS. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound fun. Did you at least get the problem solved? I don't know what it is, but I prefer to believe it is a biker otter gang. They wear leather vests with studded leather bracelets and carry chains. I'm gonna go with that. Thinking back, I think I know what it is. Or I'd heard something about, like, how some of them are actually really awful. But I don't want to talk about that right now. Right now we're talking Dominion, so. I like the biker gang idea, though. I'm gonna go with that, too. This is the real answer. Anyone who says differently is wrong. It's just wrong. Alright. Nah, we're gonna have to mix this. That's okay. Not quite where I want it, but that's okay. Define solve, so that's a no. That's a no. Well, if anyone else would like to see any of these models before I wrap up for the day, let me know. Otherwise, I will keep working on this guy, because I would like to get him mostly done today. So we can just keep cruising tomorrow. Hard to get back here behind the banner. Yeah, we'll get this all blended in a little bit later. I just want to get all of my highlights where they're supposed to be. And then we will mix for kind of our mid-color and go back and smooth all this out. If you don't want your opinions of orcs ruined, don't look up Kruleboyz at the swamps. Oh no, JPEG, I won't. Oh no, let me get another snack here. Alright, we got a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and mix some of this Rhinoxide and Gorthor. Normally for Gorthor, you would work up from Dryad bark, but I really wanted some of the richness from Rhinoxide. This is why we went with it instead. But now I can't find it, so it doesn't matter. There it is. So that's why we're doing the workup a little bit differently. I think once we get this mixed, it'll be just right, though. Alright, so we'll try it back here. Get a nice mid-tone. That's closer. That's what we're looking for. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that spigot. That stinks. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can get it to your home here soon. Come on. Mix for me. There we go. That's better. You should make some flagstone bases. Hopefully here soon. But yeah, sorry I'm gonna deal with all that. I had the Elric's hobby bases that I ordered, and then I didn't pick up from the post office in time, and I still need to email them about it. But I've put it off so long that now I have a feeling I might not get anything from it. And that is completely on me. But I understand some of it. Shipping's not fun sometimes. For anyone who may be coming in, we are working on the new Dominion box. We were given an early copy from Games Workshop, so thank you again for that early preview copy. I'm getting real close here on our Murknob for the day. I'll probably finish him here off stream just to touch up things and work on the rest of this banner with the creepy severed heads. So we'll probably finish him right off stream, and that's okay. But he's been really fun to work on, really enjoying him. The kit has been lovely to work on. All the different assembly we've done. If anyone needs a place to pre-order Dominion, again, we are partnered with Mini Stomp here in the States, who are a mail order system for all things Games Workshop. Otherwise, for our Europe friends, we are an Element Games affiliate, so make sure to check them out for pre-ordering Dominion or any of the other Games Workshop goodies that we paint here on stream. Thank you, Scott. I'm going to paint a little bit more here. I really do want to raid over to Studio because he is going to be live today. And I don't normally get to raid him, so if we're going a little bit long today, I'd really like to take that opportunity to do that. So I'm waiting for him to come up and get settled in. I think this is the night he normally works on his Eldar Titan. So if you guys want to see a badass Eldar Titan, definitely hang tight. I think he's still doing Massive Monday. But thank you to everyone who came out, especially for these sponsored streams. I really, really appreciate it. If you're not normally able to hang out during the day, thank you for taking the time to set up a lurk, set up the computer. I really appreciate it. It does make a big difference, so thank you. Alright, let's get some washes on those strips back here. We've made some really good progress here today on him. I'm really happy with how far we got. Still got some more to do here after stream, but we got a lot done. I'll clean up his little face a little bit more. Get all the creepy heads taken care of. Finish up the banner. Speaking of the banner, I've got this banner poll I guess we can do here real quick before we wrap up. Hey Sarkarius, how are you? You need tips on doing international? Not really, honestly. I essentially order and wait for them to arrive. I haven't really had any issues with them sitting. So I don't really have anything, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna try some Xandru Dust. Bring in some of that yellow. If it mixes. Goodness. I keep pulling paints today that have been sitting for too long. Need to get my little paint mixer. We're just gonna get the banner pull here. So Sarkarius, what you up to today? We are working on Dominion, which is actually, this is a preview copy sent to us from Games Workshop, so thank you. We are starting right in with the Kruleboyz and their characters. So I have the Murknob is what we're working on today. We'll be back tomorrow with the Shaman, and we'll just keep working on them this week. So welcome in. Spigot, thank you so much for the sub. At least I can use my Prime to support the painting of the Wog. Thank you so much for 6 months of support. Thank you, thank you. Can I get some love and hype in the chat for Spigot? I think the only thing I can think of, because I was kind of thinking while I was talking through that Spigot, is finding out which shipping company they use. Like if there's one that just super is not working. But you're kind of at the mercy of whatever they have a contract with, for the most part. But yeah, I haven't had anything really held up the way that you're talking about. Fun facts is Sarkarius. It takes 44 magnets to magnetize every weapon option on a Grey Knight Terminator squad. That's quite a few magnets. I don't know that's a fun fact, but it is a fact. It is a fact. You looking fancy? Yeah, we're getting there. Getting there. I know this because I only bought 4, and I have to go buy more so I can start painting. You were just short. How annoying. How annoying to be just short. I was gonna say, Wasted Mind had a similar experience with magnets, and I was trying to remember how many, and I can't now. How many were you doing the other day, Wasted Mind? It was a lot. 138 in total. 138 magnets. My god. Crazy. Just crazy. Remember, it was like, oh, you'll find that in 3 to 4 weeks. I was like, 20 done. Nope, half a day. Oh, finished. Gotcha. Not as knock it out. It may be painful, but then it's done. But then it is done. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna check on something real quick. Alright guys, I think this is a good time for me to wrap up. We went a little bit late today, which is fun, and I think we'll keep doing that through the week here while we work on stuff. But I'm kind of at a good point to where I want to take him off, finish off the creepy heads, get his little face cleared up where it's a little easier for me to see. I don't have the camera in front of my face. But we got a lot of these. You're still streaming? Yeah, so normally we wrap up about 1 Central Time. I'm trying to go a little bit longer and like having a snack so that I can keep going. Especially here with Dominion, I think we're going to do some longer streams. So this will probably be the norm for at least the next couple weeks. But he was a lot of fun. Again, we got, if you want to check the VOD, we went through all of the miniatures that we have built so far. I am going to throw this on YouTube too, so if you guys want to check it there, it'll be over there. Does Dominion have the new General's Handbook? It's the core book. Yep. Aw, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us, Gel Tip. I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone new for coming to check us out. I will be back tomorrow, same time, 10 Central, till probably about 2 again, depending on... I say that. I love E3, so I'll take a look at the E3 schedule too. But we are going to raid Studio J7, who is working on his Eldar Titan, and it's badass, and you guys are going to want to see this. Studio is a good friend of the stream. He raids over to us all the time, and this is an opportunity that I can raid back. So if you guys don't mind hanging around for the raid, pick your favorite emotes, let's go spam, send some love over to Studio. I will be back tomorrow. Otherwise, if you want to join us in the Discord, !Discord, that's where we hang out in between streams. And again, keep an eye for our patrons on Patreon for the guide for this guy. We're going to do a full video series on him, so that will be coming soon. But yeah, grab that raid spam. Let's go visit Studio. We love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.